What's up, Chris?
What's going on?
He just said that's the way they do things.
What did you do? Did you try helping him?
Yeah, but he wouldn't return my call.
Well, this guy heating here, we don't like to step on any relationships, destroying relationships, so. Are you sure you don't want to give him another?
Yeah.
I know, right? Where were you going?
So how'd you hear about us?
My neighbor John, he told me about you guys. He said that you guys installed a system for him.
No.
He did a great job. That,
Oh, we were just trying to figure out where the hell
it
they were
works
going.
He said also that you guys were
Yeah.
people, but
She got like
it's
20
pretty
acres.
good.
Yeah, for sure.
They feel like that.
What else?
I
Well, he
don't
just
know why I
talked about
did
the
it.
staff, the office staff and that, he just talked about how efficient they were, how they did, calls to make sure that everything was good and,
Yep.
when the next.
Thanks a lot, Brandon. We think about that all day.
So,
Well, you got
that
7
was
minutes,
really
right?
good.
So do you mind if I
Yeah,
call
14.
John and tell him thank you? I'll be like 12 for saying those nice things and referring you over.
No, that'd be great.
And thank you for saying those nice things about us.
Did you talk to him about the new worksheets?
Oh. And, so, Joe, I don't like what we're saying. Joe. It's a little worse than I thought.
What's the status?
Really?
Yeah, so you got a fault in your air delivery system.
I gotta see what
The
Vicky-
big experience is putting one in
I'll do
insulation
it Monday.
from your attic and your crawl space and bringing harmful
He
materials.
told me a really disgusting story. I'm trying.
It's a little concerning as you mentioned Wyatt's asthma. But don't worry, I did put together some.
No,
options for it.
if
Got
you
some
tell him,
premium,
I'm walking
mid-range,
away.
any kind of combinations.
Yeah, she probably should.
Premium
Everything
might be a
should
little too premium. a little
let
too
their
much of this
stomach
for you. We
digest
do have
it.
some premium solutions, gnarly, a little more than what you would expect.
It's not that bad.
Can you positively verbal package it?
No.
She almost drank her water full of soapy water.
So, my first
Oh,
one.
so I just add, one thing I asked is that,
Cigarettes and
you just do,
everything, beer cans
this
and
has to
soda
do,
cans.
make the best decision for you.
And she went for one day, she was like,
So my first.
coughing,
sentence
and she
is-
picked up
So this is what I've got for you. I call this.
cigarette buzz like
word
every
travel
college pass in a week.
solution.
I can't
Hey, how
imagine
did
what
you
was
get?
this.
Yeah.
We did here.
I tried to
we
discuss-
removed all the ductwork.
Well, that's gross.
We put in ductwork units.
No, because I
Every
can
room,
see that.
every
I
room,
see something you did that.
By doing that, we're removing
That's
all
all
the
guy.
ductwork.
I
Currently
mentioned
in
the
that
dip
harmful,
story, he like drinking like dip
material
fit.
with
In high school, some guy like
Create
tripped
better air quality.
some guy into drinking dip
Like
fit.
away.
And
That'll
that'll
give
be
you peace of mind while you're gone.
Okay.
This all schools with age 12, they can't write a check there for 12 parts.
A lot of people that, I guess they're able to
What that
smoke.
is so.
Not a lot of people do
11th
anymore
year,
unless they're not able to smoke.
system breaks down, you're out of town, Julie doesn't have to worry about
Yeah.
anything because we're
Yeah.
Well, some people look at the old school tobacco. My grandpa used
Well,
to.
chew was the big old thing with the water.
My great grandpa used to always have a cup.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
My grandma, she was
Some Red Man or
Red
something,
Man,
yeah,
Red
yeah.
Man. My grandma had snuff, and that's like
Right, so-
powdered
Did you
tobacco.
sniff, right?
No, that was
Oh,
good. So how much
really?
is it?
Yeah, they had-
What did you say?
Snuff, you would
So-
sniff.
Is that why they call it that? Because my grandma used to put it in
Oh,
her
wow.
mouth.
Oh,
They
really?
scared me then.
Yeah, I guess you could do that too, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people would sniff it
So
though.
should we do-
Snuff, yeah.
It's very
Oh,
positive.
yeah.
I know,
I
yeah.
don't know.
I tried it, I think, one time.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of money.
Man.
At least I thought it was snuff.
Because I remember how, like,
Where's
it
my
was a
big
big
Tobacco's
thing.
off. It's a real jump.
It was
Never
brown
seen
though.
white
You
It
said this
tobacco
was
before.
snuff. No, I said it was snuff.
Yeah, never smell anything brown unless you know it's snuff.
We do have these other options for you, Joe, take care.
Very good.
Get Pulp Fiction.
Have to do
Yeah,
that.
for
Do that.
sure.
I think I'm bumping.
Let me see. I like this stock option.
We like it. Good choice, we like that.
Well, I just like that it has a 12-year warranty on it.
I had a moment where I'm just sitting here, I'm like, all right, I'm done. What do I need to do? Don't need to do anything, I'll go back to my computer and like, it's good. Should have wrote down.
Yeah. So this is John Harper. Do you have a quick second
Yeah.
to talk with him?
Well,
Before you guys walk away, do
Yeah.
you remember where you put the two little lights?
my wife is here
So
right
every
now,
couple
so
lights
could
are
you,
Like the
email it to me and then
round
we
light
could
or
Oh,
the,
maybe talk it over
the-
tonight? like
Oh, well,
square
put
one?
them on the old bracket.
Joe, I can do better for it, I can do better
So
than that for you. Why don't we just get rid of
The
this?
square one that we
I can
took
use
to
the round light
Vegas?
too.
No,
but
that's
it's pretty
probably
good.
too much for you. Yeah. We're gonna do
I
better
can
off
dig it
with
out
that.
if you guys have some to do.
But I like this
There's,
stock
I
option.
know, I think, pretty sure there's the square lights are in here. I think
So
You look like this, what you do. I guess that's always it, right? So it's just what's.
Yeah,
your-
it's always, yeah, any kind of a thing
I
like
like
that is
it.
what should we do, yeah.
Like this, I-
No, you guys probably just
Can you just, could you email that to me and so we can talk it over tonight?
I could.
I don't know how much multiple people can do.
Stay right here and give you all the time.
Adia and Chris, you gotta figure out who's gonna do the interview thing
Yeah,
too.
what should we do?
You guys, Adia, you
Just
do
do
the
this.
interview or?
Cesar, I'm gonna be looking at you.
That's what he needs, a bobblehead that goes like this. Hey, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Fucking
He
up,
needs a
man.
bobblehead.
What's with the thumbs up? This is bullshit. We need one that just goes
Yeah,
like
so
this.
the heck with the bobblehead and just do the arm.
Yeah.
Need
Hey,
one with an arm.
hey, he needs a bobblehead that just on a spring that just goes like
The
this.
arm.
So when it's in the
Yeah.
when it's in the truck, it's going like this.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
And that sliding thing, yeah.
okay, so,
Okay.
mm,
The right side.
And you expect to get the
one
first
thing you
one.
could,
That's right.
well, what kind of, where would she,
Right, 'cause- well, I guess my cue on that was gonna be your wife's not here right now. Do you wanna-
yeah, I wanna email that then, I wanna talk it over with her, so.
I could've
How
just
long have
jumped
you
into
guys,
that.
or either how long have you been married, or what would your wife choose, you know?
Yeah.
Charlie go.
Yeah, really jumping.
Oh,
Primo.
all right.
That's cause I'm in this side.
It's always like, seriously, like you're sitting out there, you know, and it's like, you know,
Yeah, I
you know
know.
what it is,
I
but then
know.
when
I'm
you're
like,
doing it, you're going, oh, geez.
what is that?
Yeah. My gosh.
We didn't take the.
You got something on
Tartar
your
sauce
shirt?
again?
But there was times though when other people were doing it and Joe's like this and I was like, oh yeah, would you, like.
You
Yeah.
got this stuff, yeah.
Joe
You
doesn't
got
have
it,
them ready.
you got it.
Yeah, nothing.
Joe's still asleep, so maybe it won't be too hard on you.
Hey, don't say that. Don't encourage him.
Don't count on it. I'm grumpy when I don't sleep.
Make sure you get enough Starbucks,
The last
okay?
thing I do is,
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And you had an extra day of practice, so you guys should be better than
But
that.
I'm pumped.
You got all weekend to recover your self-esteem from that.
And then a couple weeks before you're back,
Right.
asking you to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he comes back, I'll be so good at it, he'll think I'm him.
Yeah, that's true. I almost mistake myself.
And he expects all those other stuff people to come down
You're
here.
taller. Fine, you've grown up.
Wow.
He expects you to teach all the other salespeople, so by the time he gets
That's
there.
I gotta master this, man. I'm gonna go
I
back.
expect, not you, I expect everybody else to do it, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, not you, everybody.
You be the leader, you already got like 5 million in the bank before we start?
Yeah, that's right. That's
$7
right.
million job like Ralph.
Yes.
We're going straight to the top.
You got that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Joe, how do you still do the same process if it's commercial as well?
What?
Do you still do your same process if it's commercial as well, or is it a little different?
Well, it's good. We cover it today a little bit, yeah, we do,
So are we just?
we still do it, it'd just be, really the main difference in commercial is the access
I
to
mean,
the
I just need to get
the
a
real
price.
sale, the real sale
So what do you expect
is,
to happen?
the relationship
Hoping to get
necessary
a price.
to be able to get access to the decision. It's not just getting the decision
Who's bringing
maker,
this up? Who's
but also
bringing this up? Who
developing
wants
the
to-
relationship with the person.
My wife noticed that it was
So you
making a
can
loud noise.
Earn that,
They
you know,
just
to
turn
be
it
able
on
to
and
let you.
wasn't
you know,
spinning. And
They don't. You know where that makes sense?
Yeah.
Is I have a commercial maintenance customer that spends $25,000 a year with us on just maintenance. And I,
Well, I just started doing
not
that
her,
recently.
and she got me the boss.
Commercial is a complete relationship. The judge puts his out,
This sucks, man.
so the person, it's like Ralph, he does a lot of commercial, it's all his commercial
I
stuff.
gotta talk to Ralph.
He is like the master. But like when he left that company, he brought 7 million with him to that company from commercial, because
Another company we normally use.
commercial, you actually bring more
I'll
value.
give you guys a shot.
It's the magic moments and the relationship building is really, you gotta amplify that.
Yeah.
Okay.
When it comes to commercial, and, you know, you can do a thing where you go in and do, you know, beta testing, even do cold calls and do like, hey, we're doing the beta test.
You know, I just feel like he just came in and just when he was here for a couple minutes, he just dropped his fat bill on me.
So whenever you use your location as like a beta
had mud all over my car.
See if you
Take shoes
experience the
off.
process and see what
It's kind of a bad experience.
the kind of
Oh,
VOCs and things like that.
We have a machine that does it.
Yeah, I did.
So
He said that.
So like, so we just wanted to do a test.
He should have worked with me. He apologized for
You
it.
came up
but
with
they
one of the
didn't.
top manufacturing companies or the top whatever kind of company. And yeah, would you say you're one of the best? Oh, wait,
He said this.
perfect, because that's what we're looking for, is somebody who's already, the best. We're like, somebody's concerned about their employees, are you guys concerned? Yeah, we're employees.
Yeah, we're employee first,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like, okay, good, then it would be perfect, because then you're showing your employees you care by, testing the air quality, make sure it's been good, and you can report to them, and it's all
Yeah,
good,
I'm
it's
sure.
all good, so that's why we have the documentation, it's good, everybody can feel safe and comfortable, let the work is a safe place for them.
So, let me ask you this
It's like,
though,
yeah,
how'd
let's
you,
try it out, and then-
how'd you hear about us?
You try it out, like,
Yeah, I
oh,
saw-
look at, you
yeah,
got these.
saw you guys
cameras,
advertising.
fiberglass in there, and things like that. Oh my god,
TV.
what do we do
Oh,
about
okay.
it? Well, I'm just here to do the test, I'm not
And
gonna
so
do
you
that.
saw that, and decided to
Oh,
call
you
me.
can't fix it?
Yeah.
Well, we can fix it, but you
So
have
who'd
to
you
ask
talk
us
to
to
in
do
the
that, we
office,
don't,
and what was that
we don't push
experience?
that,
I talked to
we don't, we don't try to screw the beta
job,
test thing up.
Yeah, I talked to
Well,
kids.
make sure, so you do the test, I just, we're not gonna.
Yeah, we're not gonna sell it.
I do a water quality all the time, it's like, oh,
Awesome.
yeah, you're
It's really
part of our
good.
service agreement, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
So we're introducing free water quality
Do you mind,
testing,
Ryan,
just to prove
when we
that
get done here,
the water
just
quality is
let
good in
people
your
know
house,
that
it's part, it comes with the agreement, so you
Just say, I
can't just look
really
at us and
appreciate
go.
that.
Normally it's $295 test, but we do our service agreement.
Yeah, yeah, I do that.
Oh, come on, test it. Come on, test it. It's like, yeah, okay,
I
well,
just
it's
really feel like
carcinogen,
that's
which
gonna allow
is
me to do a better
chlorine in the water, and you got lead contamination and whatever else you get these tests. you know.
All right, well, I took a
It's
look
like,
at the
oh,
problem,
what
and,
do we do? Well, I'm not here to, I
yeah,
can't
do
do
honestly,
anything really right now, I mean, because I just came to do a test.
This
Well,
works
can you
really
fix it?
well.
Well, there is a way that I can have somebody come in and do that.
I don't want you to worry, I
don't
have
wanna,
some options for you.
You know, we're not here.
That's my service.
So,
Yeah.
basically, I found
Well, I wanna get
fault
it done.
in the air
Okay, well, let me
movement system.
have, see if I can get this guy out here, so,
Primary.
you know, somebody do the testing, and then when they get a
But
lead, they
my
send the lead
biggest
to
fear
the
is,
person out there, so you get, so a
Well, let me
low
ask
level
you this.
person just do a testing.
I love it.
what if I told you that
I'm gonna write
there
that
was a
down.
portion of the system that was obsolete?
That's a $5 million idea right there.
It is, and we just started our commercial this year, so I gotta keep it bumping.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
I got a lot of- I got a lot of
I got a lot of experience in commercials, so.
Yeah, this is our first year actually pushing commercial, other than last,
So
all
that's
the
my
years in
biggest
past,
fear.
just if they called us, we'd go, yeah, we'll come
And,
to it.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want you to know.
And we just
that
started commercial.
Just make sure you do it by retainer, don't do it by billing.
premium
Yeah, that
That's
is,
the big thing.
okay.
If you start getting into
top option.
because you take on commercial and you start getting into a billing cycle, next thing you know, you got a whole department of overhead on,
But I do have some other options.
on that part of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta get like a retainer basis.
Makes sense.
Do me a favor. When I show you,
It would just go into
take
eight
a
to
look
nine.
at what's best for your family. Okay, so, alright, so, basically my top option is complete air movement, system renovation, stress reducer, time booster for, Joe and Julie. I did this for you because you guys said that the unit was out. I know you guys had to take off work to do this, and I'm trying to get this thing fixed right so we can reduce stress for you guys when I keep coming back. That's why I did that for you. Secondly, we're gonna do a platinum air movement system. This thing's a lot more efficient than the old one, a lot quieter than the old one. So I did that because I know you got Karen and Wyatt here. I know Julie works really hard. I want you guys to be able to get a good night's sleep so you can wake up feeling refreshed. Third thing that I did was we did dust containment and filtering system to get rid of the fiberglass that's moving through the house. You know, just talking to you, I can tell you're the type of guy that really cares about their family. And I appreciate you taking the time out to meet with me to do something like this. But the reason that I did the dust containment, air filtration system is because I wanna make sure that your family is as healthy as they can possibly be. So you guys aren't breathing toxic materials, so that's why I put that in this package for you. Also, I did a 5-year warranty for you guys. You know, peace of mind is a big deal. We're gonna be, with this repair, replacing 33%
Yeah,
of
that's in a
the
couple weeks,
systems.
right?
So you're not
Yeah,
gonna
we're in a
have
couple
breaking down. So, for example, with the 5-year warranty, let's say 4 years, 11 months from now, Thanksgiving rolls around, it's 9 o'clock at night, you guys just got done eating, you're relaxing, getting ready to go to bed. Julie tells you the heat's not working. So, what do you think it would cost to get a technician out here? If you could even get one from another company, what do you think it would cost to get a technician out here?
I can't imagine, you know, probably a few $100 from now.
It'd be a lot. but for you it's free. That's the package I put together for you. I don't want you guys to have any more stress about this thing. We're gonna take care of it for you. That's why I did that. Also, we did a 5-year service plan. Again, I know Julie works really hard. You work really hard. So I don't want you guys to have to try and remember to keep this thing in shape. We're gonna call you. This thing's our baby. We're gonna take care of it. We're gonna clean it. We're gonna make sure it's working good. So it doesn't break down on Thanksgiving. That's why I did that for you. So with all that in mind, Ryan, how much do you think something like that would cost?
Man, that sounds pretty expensive. 30,000? 40,000?
I can't do that, Ryan. This is premium. I can't do it for that price. Take a look. It's actually only $26,940. So what should we do?
Wow. That's not bad. I do like this option. It's everything I need.
Which option do you like, Ryan?
This top one here, this premium one.
What do you like about that?
Well, I like that I don't have to worry about anything. Julie's gonna be taking care of it if I'm on a trip and I'm away. I like the service plan on that, definitely. But it is a little high. Can you do anything to shave a little bit off the top? What if I said I could do this right now? You know, write you a check. Maybe get it down a little bit.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. If you take a look, we do have these other more affordable options, so what should we do?
Yeah, I don't really like these options. I want this one here.
So what should we do?
Well, I need to talk to my wife. So I'm gonna talk to my wife. And then I'll give you
Let me ask you this, how long have you and your wife been married?
18 years.
18 years. So when she buys something that would affect the health and safety of your family, which way does she usually go? Economy, mid-range, premium? What do you think?
My wife, she kind of goes on the low end on a lot of things, but when it comes to the health and safety of our family, she definitely go for it.
So what should we do?
Let's do the top.
Top one? Alright, well are you sure? Because we do have these more affordable options.
Yeah, but you know, they don't really offer everything I want. But
So what should we do?
let's get it done.
Alright, so how do you wanna do the investment? Check, credit card?
You guys take American Express.
If I took American Express, what would happen then?
Just get it done.
Well, you get the American Express and all right after pay for it.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Frank.
Alright, nice. You got it.
I can't, the rebuttal, I'm so happy he's given us that rebuttal flip chart though.
Yeah,
So
that's
you can
pretty
sit there
sweet.
and go through that, because I think you mastered that. This is whatever. We'll get through this, we'll learn.
Yeah, this will be second nature once you.
It's second nature.
And then the
The rebuttals are gonna
That's
be
the
great.
money.
What was the golden ticket you gave me?
Oh, the gold $5 million idea ticket he gave me for.
That was commercial.
Yeah, he said call commercial companies, say, hey, we're offering a free beta test on air quality, and we looked at your, let's just say it's a manufacturing company, we looked around the area and said, looks like you guys are the #1 manufacturing company, is that true? Of course, yeah, we're the best. Oh yeah, we're doing this to test the air to make sure, let me ask you a question, do you care about your employees' health? Oh yeah, we're an employee first company. Yeah, well, what we're doing right now is a free test where we can come
Before
test
you
your air
answer
quality.
that, we're recording this.
Exactly.
For
And then-
quality,
and then you say,
whatever.
yeah, we're doing free air quality test. Do you mind if we come set up a machine to test the air quality of your business? Yeah. And then you have someone go set up. We have a thing called Air Advice that tests the VOCs and all the particulates and everything in the air. Yeah. You can call, it's called Air Advice. So
How
you
big
want-
is it?
Little box this big. You plug it in.
How much are they?
I think they're like $1,500.
Air Advice?
Air Advice.
Air Advice.
Advice. Yeah. Ryan uses one every day. Ask him about it.
So you could go in to do your estimates, just set that on the table, not even say nothing. and
30
just-
minutes. You have to plug it in though.
How long does it take?
30 minutes is the minimum. I've had one customer where we just have really bad air quality, so I left it there for a week,
Yeah.
and it gave me the numbers for a week. Already, the minimum's 30 minutes. So typically Ryan will put it in for like 30 minutes, and then he'll unplug it, and then emails him a report instantly.
Really?
Yep.
Air Advice, huh?
Yep. I'll have Ryan talk to you about it. So
Air, AIRADVICE.
ADVICE, yeah.
Wow.
It's awesome. They're a Portland-based company, so they're cool. They're a Portland-based company that sells them all around the country, but
Huh.
we're the only company in Portland that uses them for some reason.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are they, mini splits?
No. It's
Their
it's an
device that
air
tests
quality
air quality.
tester.
Oh, is
So
And
you
it-
walk in, you plug it in. It's got to be there at least 30 minutes to get it. Okay?
Yeah, right.
And then after 30 minutes, you
You're talking
unplug
about
it
your
and
air
it
device?
automatically emails you the report.
Do
it
what?
the air
Something about
quality
your
in the
air
house?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you guys wanna know about it?
It's only-
think
it only
I've heard
takes 30
everything I need to know.
It's
use-
super easy.
you use it on
I
every
use it
call.
on every call, so.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
What you do is you just,
What do you
know,
think,
you're
Joe?
talking to 'em
You need
initially, then
something
you
like
just plug
that?
it in.
What, everybody's?
Or you just need
No,
to,
it works, okay.
yeah?
It's good to leave behind, a reason to come back, it's a good,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
When you're
huh?
talking about air quality though, and then I felt like when I show it to them, after.
It doesn't really pick up on exactly what it is though, it says the VOC content.
Yeah, that's true.
And it doesn't really say, well, one thing, so you can be more enlightening if you said, yeah, it has all these particulates in the air, and you can see the source of it, yeah, also you gotta guess where that's all coming from, well, it's just can lights in the, over here, then you enlighten them with that, or the bath fan, or the attic access door, or.
Yep.
So if you can point out the obvious thing that nobody else is seeing, and you look like a genius all of a
And you
sudden,
can quantify it.
It's like, let me show you real quick, you take the can light and put it in the water, it's like, that's fiberglass you're breathing, and then people are like, oh my god. If you say the word VOC, it's like, it's an inert term that doesn't have a lot of, it doesn't give you a lot of things, where you say that's a carcinogen you're breathing in your lungs, it's plastic fibers in your lungs you're breathing. And, it's basically a shredded PVC. It's how they make fiberglass, So, and so, how do you feel about that? Your daughter's breathing that, Have you ever get sinus infections? We always do every March. Yeah, that's when you close the house up like that. You're breathing nothing but fiberglass then. So I mean, it's okay. It's like they made it almost there with the air advice, but they don't quite identify exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It is a little.
But I think
it's a
if you
little
could
bit.
do just what you said, then you bypass needing another prop,
Yeah, the only prop is like the actual fiberglass itself. The problem.
Yeah.
It's like it always has been. It's even the airflow thing where you do like hold your air by the register and open the door.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, like that's every sales guy should be doing that.
Yeah.
Like
So
just
when you say open it, what are you talking
You're
about?
taking
The
off
blower door?
There's a door in the air, so you turn the blower on, the air handler and a fan on.
Right.
You put duct tape over the door switch so it
Okay,
stays.
so it stays on.
no,
Like what
stays on.
Travis was saying with
Yeah.
pulling the door off the.
And then you hold your hand by so if you see the airflow if you see the duct work, so first of all, you just know the duct sizes, because you see, well, look at, we have 20 by 8, which is 975 CFM, and this is a, 2005 5-ton unit, or whatever, it's like, it's 50% airflow, you're like, okay, well, it's gonna make a significant difference when I open it, and you can just, even if you didn't know the ductwork sizing, you could just, you literally can tell the static pressure, like how a poor man's way of telling static pressure is that, it's a 1/10 of an inch of water column is what it's supposed, that's the pressure, so it's supposed to be able to move water 1/10 of an inch up in a column, the amount of pressure, you
Hell
put
yeah.
a tube in something,
What
and the
size?
tube pushes, it's just a 1/10 of an inch.
Hell yeah.
That's it. So when you, if you open the blower of a
Yeah.
return air, it should be a 1/10 of an inch that it would take to suck that door back in there. So if you're holding it 2 inches away from the fucking door and you let it go and go, wham, slides back on there, it tells you right there, you got, the static pressure is way too high.
Oh.
You don't have to.
Oh, I don't even know if we do like.
So you can, by doing that, the more force that it takes to bring that door back,
Yeah.
that's the same kind of force that's coming, you're missing as soon as you take that out, that force is now missing, because you blocked it off, you restricted it effectively. So what I try to do is leave the dirty ass filter in there, don't take it out. Turn the heat or cooling as high as it goes, and then open that door, feel the air now.
Yeah.
Because you got the restriction in there.
Yeah.
And that, you got 2 square foot area filter, which are not designed for, every 3M filter is restricted.
Yeah.
So you can't use a flat 3M filter for any system today and think that that's gonna be 100%, the pressure drop is too big on that filter. You'd have to have a V-shaped filter, like 2 16 by 25s, for it to really work, to have enough surface area so that air can pass through that filter without getting any restriction. That's why I believe in like those April air filters that have a 38 square foot area. It's got that, that accordion filter, and it's got 38 square foot of surface area. So, I mean, you got 2 square feet, 16 by 25 is roughly 2 square feet. versus 38 square feet in surface area. So when you point those kind of things out to people, like, what did the other guy say about that? Nobody even mentioned it, yeah, so here, you can show them, here, put the filter in, take the filter out, so the filter itself is it's an air, you know, it's a efficiency drop. You know, cause you know, when they say, even when you guys say like, you know, I was like, don't tell us SCR in the efficiency of the equipment, because it's really a lie, because it's the factory conditions that they do the testing to get 96% efficiency, or 21 SEER, is no restriction on the filter, right?
It's everything like.
Or 87 degree dry bulb and 67 degree wet bulb or whatever, you know, it's like they have a certain parameter and that's how they get the efficiency level. But if it's like, you know, if it's like Portland or whatever, some shitty ductwork that's leaking and things like that, your efficiency level just drops anyway, so. The most efficient system, it's like they say with the insulation, like the efficiency of an air conditioner is like the insulation of your attic. It's only good if the system around it is 100% good. You know, so if I have insulation in my attic, but I have a gigantic hole under the insulation, well then air is going to go through the insulation. It just slows the heat down. It doesn't slow the air down. So as air, as big as the hole is, that's how much air can come through it. And the air is not even slowed down at all with the fiberglass. It just comes through. You know, the only thing that slows through is the heat from the air gets kind of absorbed into the fiberglass. So having an air conditioning, saying it's 20 SEER, but having a shitty duct system doesn't even, you're lying. So every efficiency level we ever told people is a complete lie to the customer.
Yeah.
You know, 16 SEER, yeah, it was perfect, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the lab, 16 SEER.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I always say. This was not designed with your house. This was like ideal conditions. It was,
Yeah.
Right.
you know.
This is my at my house.
This is my house.
My house is
right.
Yeah.
But your house, no.
Yep.
It's like I'm getting in a fight.
Oh, you Mike Tyson? Or you Conor McGregor?
Dude, my 5-year-old man, he knows all like the old fighters, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. He knows like they're fighting. He'll show you. You go do Mike Tyson, he'll do this. He'll come down. He goes down like this, and he comes up like that, the peekaboo style. Right?
Yeah.
He's got it down. Or you go, what is Muhammad Ali doing? He starts doing this,
Yeah.
dancing. Awesome.
That's funny.
Starts talking about boxers I don't even know about. Sam's crazy, dude.
Sam, I love Sam. I'm glad he got a haircut finally.
Yeah, dude.
That doesn't look like.
It was like, dude, you gotta like tie him up to get his hair cut, man. It's crazy. Hold him like this. You're getting your hair cut.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's bad, dude. The last one was a little easier. We just gave him the phone.
And
Just
he
gave him a
watched.
sucker.
Yeah.
He hates cutting his hair.
Is that your son?
Yeah. My 5-year-old.
Yeah. My son was the same way.
It's just,
Are we gonna do it in 5 minutes here? We'll keep going.
all right. You notice I'm standing up here all the time?
Yeah, you're just getting used to it.
Yeah, just
You're
get
in your
used to
element.
it, being here. I don't care, you know what?
Well-
I figure if I go first, then I'll have to see everybody else do it, then I'll be done.
Well, if you're not first, you're last. You know
That's right.
what you need to
David
live by.
Goggins,
The
man.
cameras aren't even gonna be on for you.
I was probably high when I said that.
Huh?
Yeah, they will.
No.
I think they're turning them on.
Oh.
No?
No, you,
They don't turn them on until about 9.
Oh, they won't be on for anybody then.
I was probably high when I said that.
Hmm?
Oh, Ricky Bobby. If they're not first, you're last.
Yeah.
I lived my whole life by that. Well, I was probably high when I said that.
Yeah.
Second just fine.
I live my whole life by that.
Yeah.
I'm probably high when I said that.
Excited. I'm gonna get done, dude. I'm gonna get all my stuff, get my books.
Yeah. Get all your swag gear like I got.
You know.
Where are you gonna put it? All your
I think I'm
bags
the
are
most
full.
excited about the books. We're gonna put it in your stuff. You don't got room, right?
I got room.
$5.
$5.
You don't mess
$5
with
an
me.
item though.
You guys flying?
Yeah.
I got to fly back to Portland.
Flying back. First class.
How far is Bend from you guys?
3 hours.
Yeah, my buddy lives down there. He
I
does
lived in
diesel
Redmond.
filling.
Ryan used to live
I
in the
lived
Bend
over there
area for like
for a
how
long
long?
time.
10
Bend
years?
is awesome. huh?
15 years?
16 years.
16 years.
Bend
It's
is nice.
beautiful.
huh?
It is. I grew up in Portland, and then I moved over there when I met my wife. She got pregnant with our first kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lived over there for like 16 years. So we lived in Prineville for a while, which is by Bend, a little town. And then we lived in Redmond for about 8 years.
Mm.
5 acres out there is beautiful.
Oh, you live in Prineville? I got family out there.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
We live in Prineville, I wonder if I remember your family up there. What's their names?
That's my mom. It's Dougie's family.
Oh.
So you probably know because Dougie's family's a little.
Oh, I don't know, cause is it last name is your mom, right?
No, last name would be like my mom's current name. Yeah. Schmier.
Schmier? I don't know anybody with that last name.
I'll have to ask. Well, they might have a different last name. I'm not 100% sure.
That's a great last name.
Schmier.
Schmier.
Oh, I thought you said Schmier.
Well, yeah.
This is Peter Schmier.
It's Dougie Schmier.
What the hell?
It's a pretty small
Some-
town
they
though,
always
you
call
know,
them
you
Bagel
know a lot
Schmier.
of people from.
Bagel Schmier.
But
Is that a
it's
Jewish
man,
name?
moving back to Portland for work, but
Damn.
the you already knew that. Shut
Oh,
up.
yeah, you're right.
But it's I like the 5 acres. I like all the property.
Yeah, who doesn't? Yeah, that's nice.
So
I know.
my plan.
Really?
I love the city.
He likes the
City guy?
city. He's a city guy.
I
I'm
like
a country
being
guy,
able
dude.
to go if I need grocery store. Boom, 10 minutes.
You
Anywhere, boom.
It's funny, like
You
I
just
grew
need a
up in the
place
city,
with
but
5
like I
acres in the
hate.
city.
Right.
I want my own
There's
farm,
one right in my
man.
neighborhood. Maybe not quite 5 acres.
I want my
maybe
own
2.
farm. I want to have my own cows, my own goats, my own chickens, my own garden.
Coachable goats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, here's
I'm
your
in.
chance.
I'm in the city.
That's what I'm gonna do. My whole goal here is to make so much money
Yeah.
that I could go buy a ton
goat
of
farm?
property and just
Goat farm. Ryan's, I want a goat farm.
No, I want an everything farm, man. I want everything.
Chickens.
Cows, goats, chickens, ducks,
Oh, ducks.
everything, everything.
Do you,
Bees.
do you like duck?
I've never never had duck, but I almost bought one.
You know, so here in the States, duck is more expensive than chicken, so it's considered
It is. It's like a
higher end. But in Vietnam, chicken's more expensive than duck.
Really?
And duck,
Dude.
I eat duck like every day.
Have you ever seen there's this?
Remember your heels right here. You're inside. What?
Is there this? Have you ever seen Rotten on Netflix?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the one with the chicken? It's so freaking hilarious. It shows about the chicken farms and all the whole thing with it.
Yeah.
And it's like the guy. There's an Asian guy. He's going, I love your chicken, cause I love chicken. And he bobs his head like this, cause I love my chicken. And it's like a freaking chicken farm, dude. There's like a dome, and it's like horrible air quality. It's like horrible. It's like animal basement.
So when you're sitting here and Joe's standing there, if you'll see him and he'll go like this for you. So just look at him. He'll know if you miss him. It's like,
He's gonna have that somewhere.
there you go, bud. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
It's alright. I'll just stay in here by myself. And look at the red carpet. We got this, we got it, we got it.
We have enough batteries in I put batteries in my thing. Is the batteries in the receivers? Okay.
I'm assuming you're first.
Dude, I'm not leaving the spot until I get done.
Hell yeah.
I woke up, pumped up,
Yeah, we got 2 bars.
ready to do it, man.
That thing lasts forever.
Went back to the hotel, ran on the treadmill for 25 minutes while I was practicing at the same time.
Atta boy.
And then
That's how you
got
do it.
back, drilled some more this morning. Ready to go.
Customers are gonna be like, yeah, we called the HVAC guy. He's doing laps around the neighborhood.
Sometimes I do that though. I'm like, get my blood flowing,
Uh-huh.
and before I go on a sales call, I'll like stop at Starbucks or something, and then
Yeah.
go in the bathroom and I'll start doing jumping jacks.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Just get the blood flowing
yeah,
out
just
of
okay.
your body, yeah.
Just get going,
Yeah, definitely.
One of the best things you do is just drink some water.
Oh yeah, that's the worst thing. I'm really terrible. I just pretty much only drink coffee and
Yeah.
beer.
That'll get your
I
anxiety
probably need to
going.
drink a little more.
Damn, man.
A little more water. Trying to get better at that.
Hey, it's better than soda.
That's true. Dude, I used to when I was younger.
We're gonna start so you guys can talk out here.
All I drank was soda pop. That was it.
Soda pop. I could tell you're from Oregon or something, right? Is that where you lived your whole life?
Yep.
Soda pop. I love when people say soda pop. It's so classic.
Soda or soda pop. It was like Pepsi every morning. It was like my coffee. Then I met my wife and she introduced me to coffee.
Wait a minute, I
So you
wanna go
discovered
first.
coffee
You know,
late.
you're- Can you tell? Can you tell? Like where I'm standing right here.
Get out of here.
I got my spot marked.
I'm getting this over.
I'm not
Yes.
moving.
Get it over with.
Oh,
There's no
no.
point in just standing there waiting and getting.
Yeah, you're not on.
Go into it with the momentum.
Vince is
Check.
ready to-
Test.
Push-ups real quick.
Let's get it over. I think we're all there. I think we're all ready to get it over with.
Check. Test.
I'm really I'm looking for the books.
Test.
I'm a book nerd.
So-
I'm super excited.
Oh, yeah.
Books, objection sheets.
Test.
There you go.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Check. Test.
I'm gonna go back and sell a 100K a week.
Actually, I'll go ahead and change these.
Next week's gonna be a
And
big
then
week.
the next year I'm gonna do 200K a week. No, I'm not kidding. I'm serious.
I took it very seriously.
20,000 a week, that's what the,
100K a week. I need at least 100K a week. 20,000 a day.
10 million.
Is it?
Gotta get that coffee.
There we go.
Coffee ain't cheap.
I gotta get that, dude. I want that farmland, man. I want my.
$10 million guy if you
Oh,
get that, dude, 200,000 a week.
Okay, 200,000 a week. That's it.
That's it. Get that farmland so you can run laps.
Yep. Get my goats, my cows, my chickens.
Nice.
My orchard. Yeah.
You muted, Joe? It says you're working now.
Check.
Oh.
Test. No. Test. Test. Hang on.
In the blue corner. I got here like 6:50 this morning.
I feel like I did it without Wayne on the
Check. Check. It does say mute for test. Oh, there it is. Check. 1, 2. You got it?
Yeah.
What was it?
Blue is on, Joe.
Or you were
It's a
talking
blue.
about, yeah, that's what.
That means it's on.
What?
On
I don't know
here.
if he is there. It doesn't say there's any viewers.
It was coming through on there, but we just couldn't tell it was coming through on here because it was off.
Oh.
It has like a standby, another setting, and blue on.
Oh, I see.
It's very confusing.
It's up on the, which one you got, the rocker going on the top, going to the top one or the bottom one? Is the rock's the
Well,
middle
down
and
on
then top or bottom?
paste.
Yeah.
What do you
Should be
mean?
on the top, like there's a
Yeah,
rocker,
let's
there's a
get
three-way
through it.
rocker
I
switch
saw the
on that
video
one.
later,
and
and
Oh, it's
both.
on the
Like
top.
this.
It's all the way up.
Yeah. Test.
Funny, I didn't think I was nervous until they said death do you part, and I was like, oh crap.
That's
Alright.
a little part.
That's a long time.
We're gonna do
Death
this,
do you part. I was
Oh,
getting
but you-
married. Yeah, like
and
I wasn't
then
nervous the whole time until they said death do you part. And it was, whoa.
we're gonna do
Really did.
interviews,
That's a long time.
post-game interviews. So we're just good to go here then, right?
Yep, after I turn this on.
I'm a little excited.
Should be, man.
So excited.
This is the beginning. It's a great journey you're about to embark on.
I'll tell you, when I was, we were in Vegas when I was like, oh
I
my
guess
gosh,
we're,
this thing is fire, dude. This is like, I was so excited when Travis said
Let me dump the files off this.
Oh, yeah.
You got it, yeah? Right here, here it is, this one here.
What do you guys think? I was like, man, we gotta do this. We gotta do that.
Sorry, on this one.
What's the time left on this one? I think this is the one.
This
we
has become
started.
second nature. You just own it.
5 hours. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
use this new one. It's fine.
And you can see the people who've like done it before, it's like so smooth.
Yeah, you can see like,
What do you
it's
do?
just boom, boom,
Just hit the,
boom, boom.
record
You're not even
button?
thinking. It's just,
Yeah.
Yep, hit record.
and I love it that you're there. You're
Check
forcing
this, front,
them to
front.
too.
You turn the lock on, that holds it, the
Exactly,
bike enough
yeah.
it up.
Put this in your pocket.
Alright.
Take the thing off.
Nice catch.
There you go. Okay. Where's your presentation?
Oh,
You got
yeah,
that?
probably should have that.
Just keep your credit card. Watch your mic.
You lost your
Watch your
mic.
mic.
You lost your mic.
I get it.
Make sure it didn't get pulled out of the
When you
report.
go to these doors, you gotta remember, gotta make sure your mic is on.
Yeah, right?
The customer can't hear you.
Alright. So on there? Say something.
Hello, 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 hello. Mic check, hello.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Three.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Ready? Ding dong. Hello.
Hi, I'm Ryan with, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
My name's Joe.
Hi, Joe. I'm Ryan with Sky Heating. Thanks for having me on today.
My pleasure. How you doing?
All right, what can I do for you?
Right now we have a problem with our heating system. It's not working, and I need to give me some prices. Right now we're just getting prices today on a new heating system.
So you're not wanting to get something done today, you're just getting a price?
No, we got to get something done. We have no heat right now, so we're freezing in here.
So just to confirm, what do you want to accomplish today?
I got to get this thing done. I have my mom's coming in for Thanksgiving, and everything is a lot of things going on here. So I hope I can get it done. Think we get a furnace put in before the weekend?
Let's take a
Take a look at it.
let's take a look at it.
Here it is. Just walk down here with me. Yeah, let's go up downstairs.
So who found the problem?
That was interesting. It was my wife, Julie, who she was home last night by herself, and with my son Wyatt and Karen, and she noticed it was getting colder in the house. You know.
So what'd she say?
She said it's freezing in here, and she goes, you always work late, and of course you don't take care of us here at the house, and so she was pretty upset about things. You know. So it was she kind of gave it to me. You know.
So what was that like?
It's not fun. You know, it's what do you call it? Stressful. It was frustrated and stressful because you know I worked all day long, and then I'd come home and try and work on the furnace. And I'm pretty good with my hands, and you know, I couldn't figure it out. So I don't know what it is.
So Joe, can I say something?
What's that?
I just want to say how nice it is that you'd stay home and take care of this for your wife. It's inspiring to know that you care about your family and you want to make sure that your wife.
So nice of you to say that, Ryan. So sweet. You want a cup of coffee?
Sure.
Cream and sugar or black? How do you like it?
How about just cream and sugar?
Cream and sugar, perfect.
Only, no coffee. So do you normally have another a friend or another company or family member that does this type of stuff for you?
Yeah, we do. I wouldn't call them a really good company though. It's Acme. We had them out here a couple times for some stuff they were doing. You know, we had a problem with the air conditioning unit last summer, so we had them out here.
So why didn't you call them?
I don't want to get into that. It was pretty bad. I don't want to talk bad about other people. I'm just not like that. You know?
So off the record, Joe, just so I don't make the same mistake, what happened?
Off the record?
Off the record.
I'll tell you what happened. We had this guy from Acme out here, and he started throwing insulting women because he was talking about his ex-wife, and he started talking to me like, you know how it is with women, and my wife is sitting like right there the whole time, and I'm like, well, no, I'm not sure what you're talking about. He's like, come on, you know how it is. You know, and I'm like, no, I don't know. So he's like, and my wife was getting pretty upset. You know, I'm like, you know, my wife is right here. You know that? And he's like, yeah, I know, but you know, she knows how it is too. You know? Okay, so he's kind of a misogynist. You know, say that. You know.
Did you try talking to the manager?
I tried. I didn't really bother with it. I figured that the guys, you know, they probably don't even realize it. You know, so I don't want to get into a big deal.
How about the owner? You tried to?
No, you know, I didn't even bother with anything. I figured I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna reward something like that by giving them the business. Though I can't. I'm not gonna buy it from a guy like that. You know.
You sure you don't want to give him a second chance?
No. I don't want to give him a second chance at all. I want to get this thing I don't wanna use them again, no.
You sure?
I'm done with these guys, 100%.
So how'd you hear about us?
Well, actually, I saw your billboards, you know, up at the, I was driving around and then I saw your trucks and I figured, well, it sounds like a good company, so give it a try and, I called right up.
So how was your experience when calling us?
It was actually really good. I called and it was a girl named Katie. She answered the phone. She scheduled a call. She's very professional. You know, everything I would have expected, and even a nice conversation about our kids. You know, we had told about our kids are with asthma. My son Wyatt has asthma. My daughter Karen's got eczema, and we told her about that, and she was very, you know, empathetic, and it was really nice actually. So I just felt like I was kind of in the right place once I called there. You know.
So would you mind if I tell her those nice things you said about her?
No, I wouldn't mind at all. You tell her I said that. That's great that she would do that. Yeah.
So thank you first of all for saying those nice things about Caitlin, also about our company.
Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity, I guess, huh, too?
Thanks for the opportunity.
What?
Thanks for the opportunity to have us out here. So
I couldn't hear you for a second.
let's go ahead and take a look at the system.
Yeah. Let's take a look at it.
So I gotta tell you, Joe, I don't like what I'm seeing here.
Oh no, what's going on? What'd you find?
Well, it's worse than I thought.
Oh no.
So
What is it?
you got a fault in your air delivery system.
Ah,
And my biggest fear is that we're pulling in insulation and other harmful materials from the attic and the
Oh.
crawl space into the home. And, you know, I know you mentioned Wyatt's asthma and you're breathing in that air in the home. But don't worry, I got some premium, mid-range, and economy options for you.
Okay.
The premium might be a little too premium, a little too much service for you. But I do have some economical options for you that there's probably a little more than what you expected.
Okay, good.
All I ask, Joe, is that you just make the right decision for you and your family.
I'll do that. What's
So-
your top one?
So what I got here. Yeah, just pulling it up here real quick.
Log in, yeah.
Yeah. Gotta get that part taken care of.
Get the remember me function.
Yeah, what?
I know what you mean.
No, that is right. No, it's right.
Not really. That sounds like the last guy. You sound just like the last guy. It's like the last guy said.
Oh, man. Yeah, So we call this the Joe's Travel Worry Free Platinum Plus Whole House Comfort Indoor Air Quality Solution System. So Joe, I put this system together for you and your family because I know you travel a lot and want to make sure that your family's taken care of while you're gone. So what we're going to do with this system is we're going to we're going to remove all the ductwork from the home, so we don't have to worry about pulling in that insulation, other harmful material from the attic and crawl space. Also, with that, each room would have its own control, so for temperature and better air quality.
I've heard about that, yeah.
Yeah, you'd also be able to access it from away while you're gone and send you alerts if something's
What?
wrong. Yeah.
Wow.
On top of that, we went ahead and did a 12-year can't write a check warranty on the system. Just want to make sure that Julie's covered while you're away. So, say 11 years from now, something happens and you're out of town, we're going to be out there, total peace of mind. It's not going to cost you anything.
Wow. What was you talking about for all that stuff?
How much do you think it might cost you?
Well, I mean, geez, sounds like it would be a lot of money. I mean, to put every single room of the house to have its own thing like that?
Yeah.
God. I had to say 20,000.
Joe, I think it's going to be a little more than that.
How much?
Well, you got $681 a month.
Oh,
You can do the whole thing.
oh, $681 a month, huh?
What should we do?
How long do I got to pay that for?
As long as it takes to pay it off.
If I said it was 8 years interest free and you could use our money for 8 years, what would happen then?
If I said it was 8 years interest free, you can use our money to pay it off. What would happen then?
Wow. It's pretty tempting. I think my wife's not here, you know what I'm saying, to do something without her being there.
And so When your wife is normally making decisions on the healthy and safety of your family, does she normally go more premium, mid-range, or economy?
She always goes more premium. Says they're the best.
What should we do?
The only thing is you know, the other guy, nobody else gave me the monthly payment thing like that. Everybody else just gave me a total amount.
So what should we do?
What is the total amount?
Total amount on that, Joe, is,
If I said it was,
oh, if I said it was,
how much?
if I said it was 31,659, what would happen then?
So I thought it was something like that, 30,000. So it's like what I paid for my Prius, basically. Where it's like,
Yeah, what should we do? So this is the healthy and safety of your
yeah.
family.
It is. Do you have any wiggle room on the price? Cause do you do anything on the price to bring it down a little bit?
You know, Joe, we got 6 other options here, so
Mhm.
maybe if this one's too expensive for you, we can look at some of the cheaper options.
No, I like that one there. I like that one's got everything.
What do you like about that?
Well,
Good
10
choice, what do you like?
10-year warranty, 10-year service. It just does the job.
What should we do?
Is that competitive? If I shop around?
No, Joe, this is, these systems are customized just for you and your family. So, it's not competitive because it's designed specifically for you.
Oh, okay. I get it.
What should we do?
So you expect me to do this today?
Joe, I expect you to do what's right for you and your family.
Okay. Well, if I do get this one here, how fast would I get the heat back on? I mean, I want to get the heat, especially in my son and daughter's room. Like, would we be able to get it done? Today's Friday. Would I be, like, say by Monday or Tuesday? When could I? How soon could I get it done?
If I said we can do it by Monday, Joe, what would happen then?
I just do it then.
So what should we do?
Let's do the top option, $681 a month.
So how do you want to take care of this investment?
We do the payment program.
Yep.
Can you do that?
Yeah. So what should we do?
Let's do that.
All right.
Thank you so much, Ryan. All right, let's go.
Oh yeah.
You did good, man, you did good.
Easy peasy.
What's that shirt you?
Let's do ours.
Huh?
There you go. You got the,
Look at Vince is squirming over there.
Yeah.
He's ready to get up there.
Squirming.
You can't wait to get
Didn't
up
you
there.
say we could do one at the end of the day? Vince wants to do that.
Give Chris the, the photo.
Different photographer.
You want a big hat or small hat?
Small. No one likes to say that. Large shirt, small hat, says it all.
Yeah.
Make sure you have it where you're just inside the blue.
You got your photo finger.
No, turn around the other way. Watch your fingers. You wanna get it? You got it. Are you ready? There you go. You good? All right, Ryan, give a round of applause for Ryan.
Now you can sleep tonight.
You can see it, guys.
The mic.
Blind is watching.
The mic.
Give the microphone.
Right.
Mike.
The mic.
Oh.
He's like, my name's not Mike.
Vince is like, give it on me, get it on me.
Make sure you're relaxed, otherwise you're gonna start overthinking.
Yeah.
Don't overthink
It's not that
it.
bad. You're good. It's not that bad.
Who's next?
Vince, he wants to go.
Vince? Sure? You think so?
You know so.
He's got it.
Just don't overthink it. You'll be fine.
We do a water heater?
Yeah, water.
Say something.
Check.
Put that in your pocket. Right. If you wouldn't mind, go in the other room and do the video interview?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ding dong. Hello,
Hello, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today?
Joe.
Hello, Joe. I'm Vince from Professional Plumbing. What's going on today?
Well, right now we have a problem with the hot water. It's not working, and I don't know what's going on. It's got a mind of its own. It just stopped working, Vince.
Oh, geez. What inspired you to call us today?
Well, the hot water's not working. Yeah.
Who found the problem?
It's just not working. The hot water's not working. So, why don't you take a look at it and tell me what's going wrong with it, if you can.
Okay. Who found this problem, Joe?
So the mission is just to get prices today.
Oh, so we were not looking to do any work. We're just gonna look at it.
No, we gotta get this thing fixed. I took off work and everything like that.
Okay. Well, just to confirm what we're gonna do today, we're gonna go ahead and get some work done.
Leading question.
So just so I'm sure, what are we gonna do today?
Yeah, we gotta get this thing fixed. I took off work and everything, Vince.
Oh, okay.
Can you think you can fix it or not?
Yeah, we'll take a look
Take
at
a look
it.
at it. It's over here.
Who found this problem?
Well, it was my son, Wyatt. He tried taking a shower this morning. He found, the water was ice cold. He couldn't even take a shower.
Oh, jeez. What do you say?
He said that, he said, I can't take a shower, Daddy. I can't go to school because he just has asthma and he can't breathe unless he just take a shower and get himself clean. And my daughter's got eczema too, so she couldn't take a shower either. It was just not good.
What was that like?
It was stressful, very stressful.
Can I say something?
Sure, what's that?
Joe? Well, your family's very fortunate to have you looking out for them in the household.
That's so nice of you.
And thank you.
Sure.
Um,
Thanks a lot. You want a cup of coffee?
You know what? That sounds good. Do you have any French vanilla?
Oh yeah, I totally have that for you.
Thank you.
If you don't mind having him going around the front and then getting the interview done,
Oh.
please. Anybody that comes in like that, just bring him over there. Okay? Alright, there you go. So, so that's it. Well, thanks so much. Let's take a look at the water heater. It's over
Okay.
here. Here's the Binford water heater over here. What do you think?
Joe, do you have another plumber or handyman or something that normally takes care of this for you?
We normally do. We have normally it's Acme, my normally guy.
Okay.
I work with him.
Heard of that company before?
He comes in from Riverside. Yeah.
Is there a reason you're switching today?
I don't want to get into it though. It was a pretty bad experience last time.
Joe, off the record, if you don't mind. What happened? So I don't make the same mistake. What happened?
Off the record?
Off the record, Joe, totally off the record.
Well, we had a problem with the guy who was there last time. He put muddy boots on my carpet in my house, and
Oh,
he just dragged mud all over. It would have rained that one day.
Yeah.
Finally, that one day it rained, and it kind of came in like that.
Great, man, carpet cleaning. Did you call the manager on that?
I did, but they just said it's not their responsibility. I said it's an act of God since it rained outside.
Did you call the owner?
Yeah, I did. I called the owner. He said that, he said he's too busy. I said, he'll get back to me next week. And he never called back. That was 2 months ago, so.
Oh, jeez. Well, do you want to try to give this guy another shot? I mean, maybe it's just an isolated incident.
No.
Maybe they got rid of him.
I'm done with these guys. I would never work with them again, Vince.
Joe, are you sure about that?
Yeah, I've had enough of that.
All right.
That's why I called you guys.
How'd you hear about our company?
I got you from a friend of mine. It was Ron Nagel, who lives next door.
Sure, I know Ron.
Yeah, he said you guys are really good.
Great. You don't mind if I go over there and...
You sure what else he said?
What else did he have to say?
He said you guys, we're not the cheapest company, but you're the best.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah.
What else did he have to say about it?
He said that, professional plumbing, that's the perfect name for the company. They're very professional. So you guys are just top notch.
That's nice to hear. I might stop by there and, you don't mind if I stop by there and say, thank you, Jim?
Would you?
Of course I will. And may I say something else, Joe?
What's that?
Thank you for saying such nice things about our company. It's very inspiring.
That's
It's
so
good to
nice of
hear.
you. Oh, thanks so much. You want a refill on your coffee?
That sounds really good if you have more of that French vanilla.
Yeah, well, I guess some more of that,
That's
yeah.
tasty.
So, what'd you come up with here? Something nice and easy?
Well,
What is
let's
it?
take a look, Joe. I'm really not liking what I'm seeing here, Joe.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but don't worry, I have some solutions.
Okay.
I have some premium, mid-range, and economy solutions for you. You might not like my premium solution. It might have maybe too many options for you, too much service. But however, I do have some economy that might be a little bit more suitable for you.
Okay. Either way, I should.
Either way, Joe, just pick out the correct one for your family.
Okay, good. What's the top option called?
The top option, Joe, I call this one the Joe Kick Off Your Shoes and Relax water containment system.
Oh, wow, sounds
Mhm.
good.
Yeah.
What does that include?
Well, Joe, this system includes the immediate repair of the system, total renovation from new to old, from old to new.
Mm-hmm,
And Joe, I did this so you would be able to relax
mm-hmm,
and have a peace of mind.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Joe, this system also includes a quality water filtration system.
Hmm,
Yeah, so I did this because I want
why?
Wyatt and Karen
Karen.
to both have a safe environment, safe home to live in.
That's good.
Also, Joe, this system also includes 10-year warranty, service program, and replacement filters.
Wow,
I did this so Julie would be able to relax, let me take care of the system. You guys can relax all you need to.
wow, that sounds good.
Yeah, Joe, what do you think a system like this would cost?
Oh my God. For all that? 10
All
years?
of
Did you
that.
said 10 years? of
That's
service?
right.
Man, nobody ever did that. It's
Yeah.
gotta be like $10,000 a week?
Joe, this is my premium system,
How
Joe.
much?
This is a Rolls Royce.
20,000,
Joe, this is a Rolls Royce.
30,000? How much?
Joe,
Tell me how much?
it's only 5,050.
Holy Jesus, that's it?
That's it, Joe. That's it.
God,
What should we do?
that's amazing. How come nobody else ever offered me it that way? I had a couple people talk on the phone about it and got a couple phone quotes, nobody even,
No, Joe,
Right, right.
we're a premium company, your premium work. What should we do?
you do know that you're the highest price I've seen though, even though it's better than everybody, but you do realize it's more money.
Joe,
Right.
it's a quality system. What should we do?
How do you guys come up with all this stuff? I mean, why do you guys make all these prices and stuff like that, you know?
Joe, variations of, different, prices for different, economies, different, budgets. What should we do?
You got any wiggle room in that price, like the 5,050? Could I get that down closer to 4,000 somehow?
Joe, you're asking me to cut corners on your family's safety and health. What should we do?
I don't wanna do that.
Yeah. What should we do?
So you expect me to do this right now?
Well, Joe, I expect you to do what's right for your family.
This is competitive, like if I shop around
Joe,
with
these prices are all custom made for your family and your household. What should we do?
I mean, you're just a plumber, Vince, you know what I'm saying? Chopping, giving 5 large to a plumber?
Joe, this is a premium system for your family and your family's health. What should we do?
Well, the biggest thing, we'll get the hot water on today, cause we have no hot water. I have to get that, my son's got the asthma and his dog's got the eczema, I gotta get that thing working. Let's get the thing working tonight,
Joe, if I told you I can get this working tonight, what would happen then?
and we just get it done.
What should we do?
5,050, let's do the top option.
Great.
I'm in.
How do you wanna take care of this today?
Can I do American Express card?
If I told you I can do American Express, what would happen?
We just do the damn thing, 'cause I'm sick of talking about this, aren't you?
I'm not absolutely getting sick of talking about this.
All right, nice job, Vince. You come along with me. You're amazing. You came with, you really did. You really put the work in,
And
didn't
you
you?
did good, yeah.
Medium, please.
When did you first say, okay, I'm gonna get this shit done? There was a time when you
The day I
said,
started
Oh,
stumbling.
you're gonna go
like, all right, we're getting serious. He's not going away.
I think it was when you said, do you wanna cry?
You wanna cry right now? You wanna cry, don't you? If you wanna cry, go ahead.
Wanna go next?
Nice job,
Yeah.
she did great.
I'm gonna give it that.
You did amazing. Well, it's a big accomplishment to do that. A lot of times people think this is the biggest accomplishment they've ever had. Getting in front of group people.
You wanna go next? That's it.
You did a good job, man. No, congratulations. Excellent. I knew you. Is it working? Yeah. Got the. Here, unlock it for you. Got my Face ID. Vince, big accomplishment. Here he is. My main man. Look What do you weigh, like 105 pounds? Becky can lift them up like my little boy.
I think like 145, and then in the morning I'm like 135.
Really?
Yeah.
5 pounds off your lunch.
Yeah, something happens overnight.
Good stuff.
That's right.
Good stuff. Vince, if you don't mind, we have that post-game interview in there, if you don't mind.
Vince.
If you don't mind, do that. Hey, have Adia tell her that, just have the guys, hey, do me a favor, have the guys not come back in while we're doing, like, have them come in between, once we start the role play thing, so the door doesn't open and shut. For the,
I will try, but
we'll just tell them now when you're in there with them, okay?
there's no one here.
Anybody you're interviewing,
Mm-hmm.
So.
put a sign on the door.
going in.
Here.
No, not under.
You're going in,
Instead of trying, I'm just gonna do it.
Do not disturb.
Alright, you guys are about to see some magic right now.
Yeah.
The wrong way, the fastest way possible.
Really?
That's
Are we gonna do it or not? Point it.
So
That
what do you
used to
wanna
be
do?
his thing, yeah, do you want it or don't you?
Is it?
No, you can't say that, Dan.
Quality
Sometimes it
control.
works.
Same exact. There's a whole,
That
whole
was way
second
before-
deck.
confident.
That was way before Google and Yelp. This fucking
Yeah.
guy.
We'll give you
Love it or not,
a,
I guess so.
look at it.
Yeah,
Fill in all the ones that,
Yeah,
fill in all
no,
the ones
it's
that are there and see what we have left
It's like,
over.
Dustin, I
These
think
aren't-
you
these aren't
better
all
dodge
doubles, are
them
they?
so we
Yeah,
don't
once
get
you
a
start
bad
getting
review.
more information, it starts over again.
You better go fix what
Second
I
one
just
on
said.
that.
Interested, you do more research, and you're happy. And same thing with the rest as you go down.
Can I get cheaper solution somewhere else?
Can I get somewhere else? Yep. Your price seems to be, seems high, so I'm gonna shop
Over here. These are different ones. Look at these. Screwed up too.
Involve connectivity,
All those.
customer name of your company.
Alright, we'll see. Let's go through them. We'll see what we got.
Sure. I just figured, I don't like,
No, it's good.
no sense for me to rely on you guys.
See if we can open one of the decks and Chris, make sure we got all 50 or whatever, 52. Should be 52. Think of it. Quality control, our QC, QC department. We're hanging out with all our fingernails, trying to make it all work this week.
Want this on the door?
If you don't mind, yeah. Let me get it.
Hold on one second.
You know, the main post-its up here.
Goes Charlie Wilson.
You put the lock on, Joe?
Good.
Alright, you're rolling.
Ding dong. Hello,
Hello, who do I have the pleasure of meeting today?
my name is Joe.
Joe, I'm Charlie with Corporation Federation.
Hey,
What
nice.
brings us out today?
Right now, we have a problem with the system. It's not heating at all. We're freezing our patootie off in here, Charlie.
Okay, so are we just gonna look at it today, or are we not gonna do any repairs?
No, we gotta get this thing fixed. We took off work the entire day today. My wife and I both took off, so we have no heat, so we have to get the heat back on.
Okay, so what do we wanna accomplish today?
Gotta get that heat back on. We're freezing in here.
Okay,
Because we have my daughter, Karen's got eczema and dry skin, so she can definitely have that problem. And my son's got asthma, so we can't have any airborne problems because of that. It really bothers us, you know what I'm saying?
okay.
Let's go take a look at it. Take a look, I'll show you where it's at.
Alright, so who found the problem today?
Well, we have, my wife, last night noticed it was getting cold,
Mhm.
and then, so then we, looked at it, and it was like 68 degrees in the house, and the heater wasn't coming on no matter what we did. You know, I went downstairs and it didn't do, I was looking at things and it wasn't doing the thing, it was just dead, stone cold dead, you know,
Okay,
so I don't know.
okay, so do you normally have somebody that does this type of work for you? Oh, no, I just
That's
jumped
okay,
in
you
there.
can do it. Yeah, so my wife noticed it was cold, she's the one,
Well, that's nice, Joe, it's,
what'd she say?
What'd she say?
Yeah, she said, I think it's freezing in here to give it, she had told me to get out the blankets from the closet, and I'm like, why do you need blankets, turn the heat up, and it wasn't working, so she told me that, and then my daughter said, my skin is getting dry, and started scratching her skin, because if it's cold, it gets dry like that, you know? Yeah.
Okay, and then how'd that feel?
What was that like, I mean?
What was that like?
Oh my God, it was terrible. It was just stressful because now like I got to find a heating guy. You know, I don't know anybody who does that kind of work, and I looked you guys up and you came right up on the internet. You know, so that's why I got there. Yeah, so
First of all,
so
Joe,
stressful.
I'd just like to say that it's great to meet you and know that you'd take the time to get here and meet me here
No.
and
My pleasure.
care about your family.
I
like
should
that.
thank you. I mean, I'm the one who has no heat, so I want to thank you for coming out so much. Thank you so much. You want a cup of coffee?
Sure, I'd take a cup of coffee.
Yeah, relax. Have a cup of coffee. There you go. Cream and sugar black.
Cream and sugar, I
There you
think.
go. There you go. Free
All
cream
right,
and
thank you,
sugar.
man.
There you go.
So, you said that you don't normally have anybody that does this type of work for you?
Well, we did have a guy, I shouldn't say nobody, I don't wanna mention it, but there's a guy from Acme, came out a couple of years ago, we had a problem with the air conditioning, about 2 years ago.
Mhm.
And it was pretty upsetting, actually, I don't wanna get into it though too much.
Well, Joe, just off the record, would you mind sharing with me so we make sure we don't make the same type of mistake?
Off the record?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what happened off the record. I had this guy out here from Acme, his name was Jimmy, and all he kept doing was texting his girlfriend the entire time he was out here. And then he was texting her and he's giggling, he's laughing at his girlfriend like, dude, I said, you're working for me. I said, I don't wanna, I got things I gotta do today, you know, we need to get ready to get this wrapped up. And he's like, I'm sorry, she's just like, look at, she's wearing these rabbit ears on this, in the Snapchat filter she had. And he's showing me all this stuff like that. I'm like, that's ridiculous. And, you know, it's like, isn't she cute though? I'm like, I said, listen, that's creepy. Put that away. I'm a 60-year-old man. I don't need to be looking at some 18-year-old girl or whatever. You know, it was just kind of crazy. I thought it was a little creepy. You know what I'm saying there?
So you called into his office and talked to the manager?
Well, I did. They did it. They called me, asked me how it went, and I said I was a little bit creeped out with this guy you had out here. You know, his name was Billy. You know, they said that you know, it's like you can't control people's He said we don't want to intrude in his personal life. They told me.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
did you try to get a hold of the owner?
I did. I tried calling the owner, and he wouldn't take my calls. It was like I was a non-person.
Wow. Okay. So
After,
you.
I mean, I used him. We paid him like $500. I think he would call me back. You know.
Yeah. So are you sure you don't want to give them another chance?
No, we're done with these guys, Charlie. I would never use them again. 100%.
You're sure?
Yeah, I'm done with them.
Okay.
That's all I got hold of you guys.
Okay. So how did you find out about us?
It was actually Wendy Maxwell, who I work with at work. She had an emergency over the last summer, and I guess we had a guy named Dustin out here who came out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she said some really interesting things about him.
Like.
Oh, she said he was neat, he's clean, he didn't even bring out his Snapchat at all.
Oh, wow.
He was Snapchat free. He
Was-
didn't even.
Was there anything else she said?
Yeah, she said that they aren't the cheapest company, that you guys aren't you're not the least, but you're definitely the best. That there's nobody from Flagstaff down to Phoenix who would be as good as you guys are. The best company, not just HVAC, but of any kind.
Wow.
Isn't that
Well, I
crazy?
appreciate that. I appreciate those compliments. And do you mind if I get a hold of
Wendy,
Wendy and let her know that you had these nice things to say?
you tell her I said hi. Yeah, she'll really like that if you talk to her. Give her a call.
Alrighty, I will.
Yeah, you want a refill on your coffee?
Sure. Yeah, I like
Go
coffee.
ahead, give it. There you go. So what'd you find here, Charlie? Something nice and easy? What'd you come up
Yeah,
with?
well, Joe, I'm a little concerned.
Oh, no.
I found a electrical fault in the air distribution system.
Oh, no.
But don't worry, I've got some premium, some mid-grade, and some economy choices
Oh,
for you.
good.
Wow, I went blank.
The top option, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, my top option, you're probably not gonna like, it's probably a little too premium and a little bit too much service for
Mhm.
you. But what I'd like you to do is just take a look at them all and let me know what's best for your family.
We'll do that.
All right.
So what do you got? What do you got?
So my top option, I call it the Joe's No Stress Travel. More time for Julie, comfort for Wyatt and Karen. With this one, we're gonna replace the air movement system, do a voltage enhancement system with it. We're gonna do an air distribution system, custom mounting system, and a housing system.
Wow,
And
that's like, sounds like the whole thing we're doing in there.
Yeah, we're doing a whole, like a third of the system, we're doing the whole thing in there. is
Wow,
what we're
is there a
doing.
reason why we're doing all that?
Yes, because you told me that you were having, problems and you had to come home and it was broke down, so
Yeah.
this way we can ensure that we're not gonna have a problem with this
Oh.
again in the future.
I see. Are all those parts broken?
Yes, sir, most of them are.
So Joe, we're actually replacing them ahead of time before they break. It's
Okay.
like having tires on a car that are kind of running low right now.
Okay.
So are all those parts broken?
Joe, it's kinda like cars on a tire, we're kinda replacing some of them before they do get broken,
Mhm.
because some of the parts are starting to get wore out.
Mm,
So
I
it's
see.
better to do it ahead of time, so we can
That-
prevent these breakdowns
That
like
makes
this.
sense, that makes sense.
So, and also with that, Joe, I'm giving you what I call a Joe and Julie 5-year warranty, so that way you don't have to worry about when you're out of town,
Mhm.
that you gotta worry about her or anything, cause if it breaks down in 4 years or anything, then we'll come out for free, take a look at it, see what you got going on, and you won't have to worry about it. And with that also, I'm giving you a 5-year maintenance agreement. That way, we're gonna come out twice a year, and we're gonna take and maintain it and bring it back up to factory specs for you.
Wow, that sounds good.
Yeah, so what should, oh, no, wait a minute. So guess, what do you think something like that would cost?
Official mic, that thing.
Oh, okay.
You gotta be talking about, man, it's gotta be $10,000.
Joe, this is my premium.
How much is it, Charlie? More?
It's probably $20,000.
20,000, how much is it really?
No, Joe, I'm only kidding, it's $61.56.
Oh my God,
And I do have these other options here for you as well.
that's not bad.
So what should we do?
Can I tell you the truth, Charlie? At $61.56, that's like 2,000 more than I pay for the whole system, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's quality system, Joe, but you do have these other choices here. What should we do?
You're firm on that price, huh? Like if I, is there any way you get that down to like 5,500? I'll give you a check if you can.
Joe, you do have these lower choices,
Uh,
so what should we do?
If I called around Payson and looked for some other guy, would I find something that's gonna be competitive?
Joe, I'm giving you competitive pricing right here on all these. I'm doing the scam of from top to bottom,
Mm.
what you can find. So what should we do?
I think my wife's not here, you know? It's been 6 large without my wife,
Yeah, so how long have you been married, Joe?
23 years.
23 years,
Mhm.
that's great. So as you guys gone through life, what does your wife normally choose? Premium, mid-range, or economy?
She always goes to the best.
Well, then, what should we do?
Can't do any better than that?
That's our premium, Joe. And you've got these other choices, so.
You take the $56 and give me 6,100 even?
So that's our premium,
Okay.
so what should we do?
So you're willing to lose a big job, a $6,000 job over $50?
Joe, I don't have a job till I get it, so what should we do?
You're not getting upset with me, are you?
No, I'm not. So what should we do?
Don't get mad at me, okay? I don't have a mad eating guy. Well, does that get the heat back on for today though?
If I said he got the heat back on for today, what would we do?
61.56. I want to do that. I want to get this thing done the right way this time.
So what should we do?
61.56. Let's do that.
Okay, how do you wanna pay with that, check or credit card?
Could I use American Express?
If I said we could use American Express, what would we do?
And get the damn thing done.
So
I'm
what
sick of
should
this.
we do?
Let's get it done.
Alright,
All right, nice job, Charlie. All right. Get it.
Once you get to the card, it's like, whew.
Yeah.
it's only a couple goof up.
You got your, once you got your momentum
Once you get it rolling, it just
Yeah.
Joe,
I think that
you
is
must.
very
First it's like,
You
you're
were-
trying to think ahead where
Yeah.
you're going and stuff.
That's why you stop thinking.
What size shirt are you?
Large.
Large? Big hat, small hat?
Small.
You need a gimbal.
I left it at home.
Oh, no. All right, Charlie, hey, give me the mic here. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
Pleasure. Oh, we got one more in.
No, I'm just kidding.
Howard Hughes, straight across the freeway.
We gotta take, hey, Brandon, we're gonna take go out to the parking lot with everybody, so we'll take a big, group photo out by the, like, back, Culver City in the background there. So get a camera ready for that. After we do this.
Trying to save the best for last.
What's that?
You're from Jersey, you're still
Yeah, that's what I got here. That's very good.
Get it in your pocket.
Whole life, I have no idea.
We got a water heater? Everybody quiet on the set. No noise, no noise. Everybody quiet as a mouse. Lock the door. Ready? Ding dong. Hello,
Hello, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
my name is Joe.
Joe, good morning. My name is Oscar, professional plumbing. How are you today?
How you doing? I'm doing great.
Good, good. First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to your home. What inspired you to call us today?
It's so nice of you to say that. Right now we have no hot water, and we couldn't even take a shower or bath for the last 2 days here, you know.
I see, I see. So, what are we exactly doing today?
Tell me to take a look at it, give me some prices.
Okay, are we just looking at it and not doing any work today?
No, we gotta get it fixed, Oscar. I took off the entire day just to get this done. We have to get this thing done.
Right, just to confirm, what is it that you're trying to accomplish with this call?
I have to get the hot water back on. My daughter's got severe eczema, and her skin condition gets like, she scratches her skin until she bleeds, the poor thing.
I know what you mean. My daughter has the same thing.
Yeah, I love her so much that gotta get that done for her, you know?
Definitely, definitely. So, let's go ahead and take a look at it.
Yeah, it's interesting who found the problem, you know?
Yeah, who found the problem?
Well, it was Karen. She got in the shower and she couldn't, it was cold. She screamed. It was crazy what she said.
What did she say?
She said, "Daddy, I have no hot water. I can't take my shower." And now she started She immediately got this, she goes into this anxiety fit because the eczema causes you to really start getting obsessive, like almost a compulsive disorder.
Right.
And,
What was that like?
It's terrible. I said, "Karen, stop." And then she starts arguing with me, and I'm like, "Calm down, baby." And I just tried to calm her down. And Julie, my wife, is a basket cake because she has eczema too.
Right.
And so we're like, we have to have our shower. It's like, you know, you probably don't realize it, but when somebody has eczema condition, it's like an outbreak. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know. And can I say something?
What's that?
I think your family is very fortunate to have you, to have somebody that's really concerned about their family. It makes me feel happy to hear something like that.
It's so nice of you to say that. Really? You really feel that way?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd feel that way. I can't believe you're just a plumber. You're a plumber, right? You're not like are you like a counselor or are you a plumber?
No, not at all. I'm a plumber.
It's right. You're doing a good job. Yeah. You want a cup of coffee?
Definitely. I like coffee.
Cream and sugar or black? How you like it?
Cream and sugar.
Cream and sugar.
Great,
Oh,
yeah.
perfect. There you go.
Thank you.
Let's go take a look at it over here. Here's the Binford water heater right here. What do you think?
All right. Well, Joe, do you usually have either a company, friend, family member that does this stuff?
Oh yeah, we got Acme, my normal guy. He's my guy.
Do you mind me asking why you didn't call him today?
I don't want to get into that. We had a little problem. We don't want to talk about it.
Well, Joe, off the record, just so we don't make the same mistake, what happened?
Off the record?
Off the record.
No. I go to my truck and the guy's like working on the prices. Last time he had a problem with the faucet.
Mm-hmm.
He's out there, and then so I drag my garbage out from the garage to the front yard and come back. I could smell like the smell of burning oregano inside the truck.
Oh.
And I go past the truck window, and the guy's got like the surgical clip with a reefer, and if he's got a big feather, he's old school, you know what I'm saying? And he's sitting there smoking reefer in the driveway. I'm like, right there.
Wow. Did you call the manager?
Well, you know, I didn't want to bother him or anything like that, because I don't want some guy who's doing drugs to come back and lose his job over me, you know what I'm saying?
I understand. What about the owner? You talked to the owner?
Yeah, I don't want to get into it, because I don't want to, I don't want some drug crazed dude losing his job and then come after my family, so I just smiled and waved, you know, I just let it go, so.
Well, maybe it was only that one person. Are you sure you don't want to give them a second chance?
No, I don't think that's a bad reflection on the company. If the company can't find good people, then that tells you everything.
Well, here with Professional Plumbing, we don't like to break up relationships. So, are you sure?
I'm done with these guys. I would never use them again. That's why I called you guys.
Well, how did you hear about us?
Well, actually, it was my neighbor across the street, Roger Godwin. He told me all about you.
Roger, okay, yeah, I know him.
Mhm.
So what did he say?
He said you guys were very professional, as the name of the company implies. Said that you drug-free, that everybody who's there is top-notch, and that you know, he's met the owner, Jay, I guess his name is?
Exactly.
He thinks that Jay is a top-notch guy. He thinks that you guys, the whole company is just good from end to end. He thinks you guys are the best.
Well, would you mind if I call him just to say hi and thank him for what he has said?
You're not gonna do that.
I'd say that, yeah.
Tell Roger?
Definitely.
You tell him I said hi, okay?
Okay, thank you.
That-
Secondly, I do want to thank you
Yeah.
for giving that kind of feedback to us. It's always nice to hear this stuff and brings joy to our.
That's something. You want a refill on your coffee?
I like that, yeah.
Let's do that. Thanks so much for that. That's
Thank you.
nice. I'm really happy we called you guys. You take a look at it and tell me what you come up with here, okay?
Okay, well,
So what is it? Some duct tape or something on the bottom? What we gotta do there?
Joe, I don't like what I'm seeing.
No?
It's actually worse than I thought.
Oh, jeez.
But don't worry, I got some solutions.
What is it?
Right now, what you have is a fractured fault in your water containment system.
Oh my God.
Now, Joe, what do you think would happen if that fracture would just get bigger and bigger?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I can't have that kind of thing.
But don't worry, I've worked up some premium, mid-range, and economy options.
Mhm.
Maybe the first option might be too premium, you might have too much service. But I have worked out some economy options for you to look at. It might be something that you expected. Either way, Joe, do me a favor. Pick out the one that's best for your family.
We'll
You
do,
and your
we'll
family.
do, yeah. So what'd you come up with? What'd you find? Tell us what's the top option.
So the top option here is what I call, it's our premium option, and it's what I call the Joe No Stress Water Containment System renovation.
Oh my God, sounds good.
Now, what that includes is the immediate fixing of the issue at hand. It also includes the water containment, new whole water containment system.
Okay.
Now, I did this for you, Joe, because I know it's stressful, and I wanted to renovate the whole system for you, so you have peace of mind.
Oh, that's exactly what I need.
The other thing that it includes, it's a softening, purification, and water filtration system.
Uh-huh.
Now, I did this because of your son Wyatt
Uh-huh.
and your daughter Karen. I want this to be a safe and healthy place for them.
That's good. I need
Now,
that.
Also, what I included is a 10-year warranty, can't write a check service plan, and it includes a filter replacement. I did this for Julie because I want her to relax, and I want you to relax while I take care of the system.
Jeez. I mean, I can't believe the kind of service you guys are. You're so you are a professional.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's
So,
amazing.
Joe, what do you think this would cost?
Oh my God. You've gotta be talking about like $20,000, right? How much?
Well, Joe, this is a premium option.
Tell me how much.
It's actually only $7,975. I did include the other options, the cheaper options here, for you to look at. So what should we do?
Wow. Oh my God. $7,900.
That's right.
That's not bad actually for all the stuff you're doing.
I know. So what should we do?
Can you email this to me and I'll give you a call back later?
Well, Joe, if you don't like the options or the top option, then we can just eliminate it. And
No, I like that top option actually.
That's a good choice, Joe. What do you like about it?
The 10-year warranty and the service and the water purification for Karen, my daughter.
Yeah, well,
She needs that. And Julie does too.
so what should we do?
You expect me to do this today?
I only expect you to do the right thing for your family, Joe.
Is it competitive? Like, I shopped around when I found somebody with a cheaper price here.
Joe, these prices are not competitive. These are customized for you and your family. So what should we do?
You do know you're like 3 times higher than any plumber I've seen before.
Joe, this is a high investment. I'm sure of that and I understand. Now, Joe, what happened with the other guys? How many options did they give you?
I don't want to even talk about that guy. He sucks.
I gave you 6 options. Now, Joe, if you're comparing me with these other guys who are only giving you 1 option, withholding information, then maybe we should stop the call right now.
No, don't be like that. No, no.
Well, on the other
All right,
hand-
stop. Let's just do the top option. Don't even say that, okay?
Okay.
Let's do the top one, okay? I want to do the good one. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even have said something like that. You guys are way better. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Joe.
It's just like I'm from Chicago. We used to deal with people, but when you get somebody who's really good, you don't wheel and deal. You just want to get the job done. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah, 79, 75. Let's get the thing done.
So how would you like to take care of that thing?
Can I do American Express?
If I told you we could do American Express, what would we do?
We just get it done. I just want to get this done.
Let's do this then.
All right, brother. Nice job out there. Wow. What a champion. Amazing. Amazing.
What's that shirt?
Extra large?
What a sense of accomplishment. You have come a long way. What do you think? How's this going to make the professional plumbing team better? Amazing. Night and day, huh?
Definitely.
Congratulations, man. You guys, both you and my friend over here, Vince. Oh, we had a coffee spill.
Clean up on aisle 10.
Shit away from that. Put it on that. Oh, hell. You need a new book? We have more books if you need one.
Got my bag over here.
Oh, hell. Look at that.
Oh, man. There's these.
Somebody got all excited.
Got all excited and had a mess.
Look at load.
Chris, you gonna get the swag over there?
What size hat? Big or small?
Yeah, small.
Try small. You guys can grab it big if you want. They're fitted, so.
How do you do this without your mouth dry?
It is, right?
Yeah, good job, man. Did it, man.
I'm not nervous at all.
Easy. Yeah, actually, it was not near as nerve-wracking
Here you
as
go,
I
brother.
thought it would be. You know?
Easy guy to talk to.
Good job, brother. After you come all the way, brother. Happy for you.
Yeah.
Tell Jay I said hi, and I'm very sure we're gonna have a different result from we were doing before. Real quick, I think we're gonna do everybody. We're sure we have everybody, all 14 of us, and we'll go out and do the parking lot pick.
Right now?
Rumble going out there? You need to flex your fucking
You
shirt.
got, we're gonna do the parking lot pick. Let's do it.
Oh wow, that's so weird. You're still here.
Adia, why don't you do a plan B? Adia?
Oh.
If you don't mind using my cell phone to
Sure,
get
that's
take
what you
another
were
picture
talking
of the
about.
parking lot too. We have to do that's just the backup.
I'm like, where did I see that?
Like hearing things?
Come on, try to take a picture this way.
Where the hell's he?
Yeah, the office.
Like I've been stuck in this meeting for way too long.
We have all 14 of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Missing Ryan?
Probably outside.
Where'd that little bastard go?
There's,
No, Jake is here.
both keys are gone up there, so somebody might be in the bathroom.
What? Go to the bathroom again.
You just wanted to hit the Eagles flag. I see how
I
it is.
did. Oh, but I do like the brim of that. That's
Yeah, isn't it
pretty,
fun?
that's pretty epic.
I had to buy it the very next day. The very next day, it was like $65. The Eagles.
We gotta find Ryan.
I went to the first one at the door. I spent $380 that day. Just on Eagles Super Bowl gear. Like it was.
You walk up there, you can just do
I still can't stand the Packers.
Maybe do we have Ryan's phone number? Let's see.
I think Caesar's out there trying to.
Ryan, he
She's
just, he just.
she's a psychologist, like in a hospital, right? So she had a chance to move us out to Green Bay one year. And she's like, "Why are you trying to be there?"
Okay, let's go. The parking lot it is. Here we go.
She kept going.
There you go.
All right, why are you trying to justify it? Thank God we didn't.
You gotta bring your baggage. All right, what time is it?
Oh.
We're not gonna bring you to the airport. We're just gonna
totally salvage that.
Oh, you're gonna have to write up a bunch.
I sold it already.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
bacon and Corona. Fast. It's just gonna crack.
It's a nice photo, look at that.
And it's around.
Cost of goods sold. You know what I mean?
I was worried about the sun, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Almost everybody, yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Caesar was hiding, we had Caesar hiding in the first one.
Look at all this cool stuff. I'm so excited. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Good way. I like that.
Good. Not everyone does.
Stop messing with everybody. last name, Caesar?
Cruz.
Cruz Reyes.
Yeah.
Got, Ryan, did you have your, contact? What's your contact?
Yeah, Ryan Braun? Braun, B-R-E-W.
Ron, got it? Let's see. I have your,
What?
It's on Joe's.
What? Oh.
Love it in the
I
truck.
think he's sending it to his phone now. Yeah.
I wanna see a picture of that.
Matt? What's your last name? I have it right. C-R-E.
Yes.
This is the kid.
Where's he from?
No, the guy
It's
here.
Italian.
What's your cell phone number?
267-988. You sent me a picture the other day.
267 988
502.
502. Okay. Your boss. Justin Grant. My boy is really fun.
Yeah. Big fan of. Alright. Sorry, G Santos. Just gotta let the corners out there.
Anybody got the bathroom key? Anybody got the bathroom key in their pocket? Nope.
At my hotel, I forgot the week.
It's,
I couldn't find, because they gave me two, I couldn't find the extra one for like 20 minutes. It was still in my pants the other night.
seeing if you have the toilet key.
But see,
Are you trying to say something or what?
Just wanted to see if you had the
Just
rest.
'cause I use it a lot, you think I carry it with
No,
me?
because
or
he
what?
was just asking.
I'm not saying you're dishonest, but
No, I was asking if he had.
When you go to a vegetable night,
I don't mind.
everybody shuts their fucking mouth. You go to a food
Good
truck,
guys.
it's just like, they go crazy.
All right, so we had a good,
Don't break the cowboy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Maybe a hat, just wait, take it off your head and hide it afterwards. Yeah. I'll wear a mule shirt.
Huh?
You wanna go to Green Bay?
you haven't done yours, right?
Nope.
There's only three, I was like three left, right? Who else is left? You got you,
Oh, I thought you would.
you, and, one more. Who's the other guy?
Nathan.
Nathan.
Yeah, it's just me and Nathan.
Oh, I thought everybody went.
The classic avoiders.
Let's save the best for last.
Ah, is that what it was?
I better go next then.
That's one way of looking at it. Best for last, still best for last, continue on. Where'd my phone go now? Oh, there it is. All right.
Something else that, if I miss, like, we have, the economy, we have a party crew for the year. When I missed the game, on Sunday, everybody was trying to call me. Like, he's looking out because, like, even my one buddy, he was like, it's your fault we lost. Wait a second. You're trying to tell me it's my fault.
There's no explaining the Eagles.
Nah, not this year, not last year. Not that year.
Except for the one year they won, right? It was like, what happened? How'd that happen? Why did everything go right?
It was an anomaly.
How can it be everything goes right? At the Cubs when they won that World Series.
Yeah.
How's everything go right once?
The lines are starting.
All right, so presenting us, let's continue on. This is a good one for everybody. I know we had some of the people may have had some of the stuff. So we're gonna just do a few of the things with the right people at the right time. Some other things, maintenance calls and inspection type of calls. And then we also have, so if you're ever on a call, although, I don't know, sound. Check, 1, 2, test, yeah. So, although you may not think that the maintenance or inspection calls, you don't mind shutting that door, Thea? Is that over there?
Are you done with presentations for now?
For now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll send people, who has not been the post-game interviewed yet? Anybody who has not? the guys who will graduate later on will, at the break, will, at 10:30, we'll do a, go in there and get your interviews done. All right, so, what was I gonna say? So we start with the right people at the right time, right time, presenting at the right time, presenting to the right people, and then we're gonna do the inspection calls or maintenance calls. And you might think to yourself, well, I don't really do the maintenance or inspection stuff if you're a plumber that much, or if you're even the drain renovation guys. But there are the calls where somebody's just calling you to take a look at the condition of the pipe, or something where they don't have an expectation, they don't know what to do. So that's the kind of thing you're talking about. So in that kind of situation, you got people who have a reduced expectation. Right now, they're just asking you to find the problem, to evaluate the system in a way. I can't say we're gonna do anything, like there's no commitment whatsoever. That's where the inspection calls are good to learn that information, because if you get to a call where, in the very beginning, the expectation is very low, but you still wanna go ahead and go forward, because maybe they purchased, like for $295, the scoping of the camera and whatnot, and that's all I want done is the camera. We're not doing anything, I just wanna get, because I know you guys are the best at that. So I want you to, everybody's told me, my plumber told me to give you a call and find the problem, and he'll come back in and fix it or something like that, it could be. So it's that kind of a call where you're gonna need that, so that's gonna be our second thing we're gonna cover today. Then we also have landlords or commercial situations where you need to leverage the scenario. So landlord, leveraging landlord scenario, so don't leave before you hear that, because that's some of my best stuff. Normally on landlord calls, I do about twice the amount of money I do on standard calls. So it's easier to leverage a landlord than it is to let it go. And on commercial jobs too, about really getting in front of the right people at the right time is really gonna be good for the commercial situation. So if you have commercial stuff, welcome, you come to the right place. So, so basically the idea is, the convince me step on estimate calls is sometimes not very strong. People may be convinced that they do want to do your solution, like, so what's going on here today? Well, we're just getting estimates on a furnace. We're getting estimates on getting our drain system situation fixed up here. Okay, good. So just to be clear, we're not doing any kind of, you're not gonna make any kind of a purchase, or not gonna go forward today with anything. Just make sure I'm on the same page. We're just gonna look at it and evaluate the system today. No, we are just gonna, that's all we're gonna do is get prices today. That's all, we're not gonna do any work. So one of the things I would say you can add to this scenario, in the very beginning on the convince me step, if somebody says, no, we're not gonna go forward with anything, we're just getting estimates, I would ask a secondary question. A secondary question would be, is there a reason why we can't move forward today? What's in the way of us moving forward today? Is there a reason why we can't move forward? That's an interesting question, right? Well, and then they're gonna tell you, my wife's not here, or we can't move forward today because we have to run this in front of the board of directors, or because I just rent the place and now we have so that thing, is there a reason why we can't go forward today? You say, why can't we move forward today? It unearths a lot of different things. Listen to all of them, because those are the keys to the castle right there, when you ask the why. So when somebody says, we're just getting estimates, just getting prices, we're not purchasing something today. Okay, so no matter what, we're not gonna make any kind of purchase today? No, absolutely not, we're just getting prices. Okay, is there a reason why we can't go forward today? Just wondering, because normally, I don't know if you know this or not, but we actually, our job is to take a look at the whole system, give you a full report, and then we go ahead and show you some options, and usually we just go forward and get the job done. Is there a reason something's standing in the way of that today? Oh yeah, you're the first one, and we got two other guys coming out, or my wife's not here, or I just rent the place and the landlord has to figure it out, or I'm just a building manager and we have to talk to the board of directors or whatever type of thing, right? So all kinds of stuff will come out of the laundry at that point when you ask the word why. So you see how powerful that is to follow up. What's the reason why we can't move forward today? What's the barrier that's stopping us from moving forward today, right? So you find out the barriers, and they seem real. Like, these are all real barriers. Your wife's not here. I can't expect somebody to push somebody into a $35,000 job, right? Somebody says that the board of directors need to make a decision. I'm not going to tell some building manager he's got to decide without the board of directors. That's the way they do things, right? So these are real things that are taking place. And you're like, okay. So, and he's acting like that can't happen today, like that, and that, like, you can't possibly have the wife be here or the board of directors, and don't ask it, don't push it right now. Just say, so just to make sure, we're just gonna look at it today, you're trying to get some prices, and then we're not gonna do anything today, just confirm again. Yeah, so exactly right. Take a look at it, get some prices, and then we'll see what happens then. So, I say, okay, well, I'll take that into consideration. I do know one thing. If this is the position that we're in right now at the very beginning, and I'm still in that position later on after I get to know this person a little bit more, then I will do everything he said except for give him the prices. You know what I'm saying? Or we'll take a look at the whole thing. Take a look at the whole thing, and I'll do everything he just said. The only thing I won't do is I won't give him prices right now, because it doesn't make sense to give prices on the day when somebody's not going forward. And also to the wrong person. The wife needs to be here too, right? At the wrong time, wrong person. I know it's a bad thing. So the worst mistake that salespeople make is presenting solutions at a time when people are not going to purchase, when they literally need to commit to that time to make a choice. You know. Now here's the thing about it. The reason why you need to be a salesperson. What is a good salesperson? It's somebody who teaches people how to make a choice. It's not about, like, I expect people to know how to make a choice. It's the entire world is a world of procrastinators, including your own self, right? That's why the system seems so strangely functional, because you yourself are always procrastinating things. Yeah, I'll get to it later. We're always kicking it down the road. And then when somebody shows up and said, well, instead of later, we're gonna do it today. That's how we're gonna do that. Of course, you don't say that to people, that's what we wanna do. So you're making something that's dysfunctional, functional, so you're gonna definitely hit some barriers with that. And don't be surprised when people are shocked and, you know, maybe even a little alarmed that later on we're gonna talk about it. But here's the thing about it, guys. Right now, I know we can't do it today because the wife's not here, and we're not gonna go forward today with this. So I say, well, what could I do to make sure I get the wife here? What would be a thing? What's the reason why the wife isn't here? She probably doesn't want to talk to a heating guy or a plumber, or she thinks we're rough around the edges and she don't feel like talking to a guy like that, right? So we have to present ourselves as somebody you'd be proud to show your wife to, or to introduce them to. And because one of the things I can tell, like, people call me for stuff at contractorselling.com, and yeah, I want to show you this new marketing thing. And if it's the kind of guy that I don't think my wife would respond to very well, then I wind up telling them no before I say, yeah, just send it to email it to me. I do the exact same thing. Why? Well, no, if I'm not sure if you're that kind of guy, then I won't do it. Now we had a company. I was in Vegas a couple weeks ago. We met a company that does consumer financing and things like that. And at first I'm like, yeah, what's going on? And he presented himself as the kind of person who was really great customer service. It was called Service First, the name of the thing, right? And I'm like, okay, well, tell me about your company. He tells us it's all about the service. We believe in this. He had his back. He said, what if I don't want to do that? Well, they'd have to call a different financing provider. We don't do it that way. We provide only the best service, and that's what we do. Okay, so, and he's just nice. He did Magic Moments, everything like that. I'm like, okay, you know what? Could you come up to our room, our suite? We have a suite up on the 8th floor. My wife's up there now with our associates. We have Adia and Chris up there. Would you mind coming up there with us so we can go run this past her? So now it's like, once I felt like it was the kind of person that we could, I vetted the person basically, and then I felt like, yeah, my wife would like this kind of person. She would respond to this, so I'm gonna now bring it in front of her. But what I won't do is bring that some dude who's pushy or ignorant or misogynistic or, you know what I'm saying, her in front of her, because I know she'll look at me like, she'll get mad at me. Why did you waste my time bringing this dipshit up here, kind of a thing. You know what I'm saying, her? Would you feel the same way about your wife? Like, I'm not gonna freaking bring this dude to my wife. No, I can't even purchase from a guy like this. I had one time in Paso Robles, we had a thing with a swimming pool, a big pool, and the thing was starting. Some of the tiles were coming loose, so my wife Julie wanted to do a thing where we resurfaced the entire pool. And there was a company that does it. They use epoxy relining of the whole pool. They leave it in place. They resurface it from the outside, look like your liner, but with the actual surface for the swimming pool. And they would redo the tiles and redo the deck, and everything. And I had figured about $60,000, $75,000 I had it set aside to do this project, because Julie had been saying it for 2 years when we lived there. So I had to kind of say, well, let's put that money up to the side for that, because we kind of did find some budgets for it. We had this guy come in, and the entire time, he kept just talking to me. And the truth was, I could really care less if we did the swimming pool relining, because I'm like, I could give a rat's ass. I mean, the pool's holding water, so it got a little few scrapes in the bottom of it. Who gives a crap? You know, it's like just a pool. My wife's like, no, that's got to be perfect. And so we had, it's too light color. Look, it's all bleached from the sun. We need this darker blue. And I'm like, the tile, look at that one tile's falling off. This one tile fell off, and that's the whole thing is shot. You know what I'm saying? So that's how she is. You know what I'm saying?
Look what else we
And so we have to spend 60 grand to do it. Yeah, so that's why I was like, get some glue. Give me some, I can get some adhesive, you know. So anyway, she said we had to get this done. So the entire time we're there, all the guy did is talk to the salesperson, talk to me. And I noticed that he just kept talking to me. Yeah, Joe, and this, and Julie's like right here, right next to me. And I'm like, you know, John, let me just tell you something. Just to kind of, I do sales training and stuff like that, and you're a salesperson. You really need to start talking to Julie more right now, because she is the one who generated the lead for you. I said, if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't be out here. He goes, oh, okay, well, I'll take that, I'll keep that in mind. So Joe, anyway, then he goes right back and talking to me again. Seriously, and I talked to him 3 times. I gave him the first time, the second time, the third time. I'm like, John, I tell you right now, I'm gonna have a hard time buying from you right now. I told him flat out, because you keep talking to me. Julie, oh, I keep forgetting. I'm like, and what does I tell you? And Julie's like, I ain't buying from that guy, no matter what. And then he comes up, here's your price. Can you email the price? Sure, he emails the price to us. It was $42,000 to do everything. 20,000 less. We could have kept 20,000 for ourselves. We wound up not even doing it, not doing anything. But we had the money put aside and ready to do it. We're ready to spend it if we could. But if we just didn't find giving it to the right person was not the thing I wanted to do. And even though it was less money than we had done, I just told him it was too much to do. I said it wasn't in our budget. That's why I let him go. Yeah, you're just too expensive. We're gonna have to hold off on everything, you know. And we're gonna sell the house instead. We told him, you know, which we weren't selling it for 3 years from now. But you know, so you haven't heard that one before. We're selling it now. Yeah. So if people are telling you we're gonna sell the house instead of buying from you, or you know, we're not gonna do it at all because it's just too much money right now for all of us. That's not true. What it really is, it's you, the salesperson. We're such a dipshit. You weren't listening to people. You weren't doing magic moments. You weren't doing all the things we're teaching here, right? I especially like how my friend Oscar came to life at the end. Well, Joe, I mean, if you don't think you want a premium solution, we could just stop the whole thing and you can buy it from somebody else. No, I want to do it, Oscar. All right, see how that happened? I mean, just how'd that feel to get that off your chest? He nailed it. You know, that's the kind of thing that gives. So what are the things that give you credibility? Here are the building blocks of credibility. So from the time you got that non-committal to the time later on when I'm going to possibly do the options, you're going to go through your technical discovery. Water pressure, piping, drains, faucets, fixtures, that's the plumber. That's going to take time. That is an inventory of time you're given to be able to connect, be able to create credibility by saying stop the call or continue. So in that time when you are scoping that sewer line, or in that time you are looking at the ductwork and looking at the equipment, the control system, the air quality system, the chimney and everything, in that time you've got an inventory of time to do a couple things. There should be at least 2 or 3 times where you've enhanced the esteem and shown yourself to be the kind of person who makes me feel good. Because that's the kind of person I want to keep working with. I can see this person working in my home because every time he talks to me, he just makes me feel like $1 million. If you notice, and they can't stay away from you. Like they're drawn to hang out with you the entire call because they're just feeling like you're having a good time together. But they're having a good time more because you're enhancing the self-esteem. And you also have opportunities when they say dysfunctional things like, yeah, I hope it doesn't cost too much. And what would I say to that guy? So here's the biggest thing you can do to get credibility is not just do the magic moment, but this is the other side of it. So the magic moment is the positive side, But the dissonance side, what would that be? What would I do there if I said, I don't have a lot of money, oh, it doesn't cost too much? What would be the thing you would say to that? What do you think on that, Jake? What would you say to that? Well, Joe, I can tell you one thing for sure. I can give you full disclosure, right? What would you say to me if I said, I hope it doesn't cost too much?
Premium price completely premium quality.
Yeah, Joe, I mean, I can tell you one thing, at Griffin Services, we're not the cheapest company, so if you're looking for somebody cheap, we could just stop the call. On the other hand, if you wanted to continue, it would be higher premium, and it'd be less money in the long run, but in the front end, it'd be a little bit more. Are you comfortable with that? Because I don't wanna proceed unless we are, you know. So that's the kind of thing that gets you credibility. You immediately skyrocket from somebody who's like, I thought this guy was just a dipshit, talking head, to holy crap, this shit got real. Like that. 1 second, you look like you're just a sales guy. Next second, you are a real guy. Like, man, he don't care if he loses his job. Like, don't you want to sell the job, Matt?
I mean, yeah, but.
But Joe, I don't push my services on people. You have to want my service before I can give it to you. So, you looking for a cheap guy, or you want the real? You want a butt plumber or a real plumber? I want a real plumber. So you gotta casually toss it out there like it's not a big deal. Like you probably don't think I say that, but I say it all the time. You want a butt plumber or you want a real plumber? You want a butt sewer repair? Or you want a real sewer repair? What's a real sewer? Well, the real sewer repair is where you invest a little more money and it'll last forever. The butt repair, do it wrong the first time. You could have got it done right, but you went too cheap. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? Hey, we don't push on people. You know, if I'm a salesperson, and you are, as all you are here, anytime you got an estimate call, make that happen. Don't tell me, if I talk to you on this eye care call on Wednesdays, like I don't hear any bullshit from you guys. Like, no, there was nothing I could do like that. That situation never came up. Oh, then they just purchased like $80,000 then? What happened? No, they didn't buy anything. Well, then you should have made it come up. You got to be better at seeing the barrier that right in front of you that you're missing. You're missing it. You know what I'm saying? Or what are people doing? Yeah, we're shopping around with 3 people. Right there's your barrier. Oh, you are? Okay, good. Well, what are you looking for when you shop around? What exactly is so how would I ever know if I was going to cross the goal line to be the guy who's chosen? Tell me about the kind of guy you think you're going to choose to do this job. Well, we're looking for if somebody says anything about the price, or why are you guys getting so many estimates? We're trying to get a good price.
So Joe,
Right there, that's your barrier, you got it. Well, I can tell you one thing, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what I get a lot is like, well, we're not looking for the lowest price, we're just looking for, you know, a good price, a good quality value, you know, we want a good service for the best price.
Yeah, so people think that the good quality value is in the middle somehow. We don't want to pay too much, we don't want to pay too little, we want to pay just right, something like that. And that's not really true, because the best quality is at the top. It costs more. It's the most expensive price. You know what I'm saying? So Rick Picard, whose average sale is $22,000, how often is his price the absolute highest price that anybody? That's the people buying in the middle is $22,000. So for HVAC companies like in Massachusetts, where everybody's trying to piece it all together over there, I mean, how often is he the most? Would you say? The average. So his top option is well over 30,000, right, or more. Bottom option is probably like 12,000 or 8,000 he's doing. What do you think, how many times is he higher than the competition?
Probably almost every time.
It would worry him if somebody was getting more than he did. He'd be shocked if somebody charged more, right? So it's not just like every now and then you're gonna be higher. You will be higher every time, and if you're not, you should be. You know what I'm saying? Get your head out of your ass and stop thinking that we can somehow match up with the prices, because you can't. You're just more money. And just own that, take ownership of it like a Rolls Royce. It just costs more, and that's all there is to it. Make sense? And so don't hide from that. Own it. Take ownership of the fact that we cost more. And if you don't think you have ownership of that area, well then take it, because nobody else is taking it. Everybody else, you know, so you'll definitely stand out from everybody else, because nobody else has ever, you know, if you yourself are resistant to saying something like that, right, Oscar? I mean, it's kind of odd, like, holy shit, I don't think I could even say that to somebody. Well, you just did before, and it sounded a song.
Good.
It felt good. Like, you kind of feel like, yeah, fuck, I ain't taking any bullshit from anybody anymore. We just gonna mow the grass. Fuck you, you know? It's just, that's how we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like, you're just a blade of grass chopping it off. That's it. When you think about Rick, last year, $180,000 a week. This year, He's over 215,000 hours a week, almost 11 million. So he's on track to do $12 million. He's going to wind up doing. I mean, you're mowing the grass at that rate. It's not like you don't have time to screw around with people who aren't serious, right? And so he looks like it's bad customer service to tolerate anything less than that. So the building blocks of credibility are magic moments with stop and continue moments as well. And then at the end, new sheriff in town. So at the end of that, you have emerged as the right person to do business with. It's like you changed the paradigm. I was just calling 3 guys and see what was happening. I did call 3 guys. I'm still waiting for a phone call from the other 2. You showed up and dominated. You know what I'm saying? I think I still need to keep shopping. Do I want to go through all this again? Or do I just want to get this thing over with right now at this point? So once you've done the stop or continue, so at least 1 to 5 times you'll be doing that. Because you're looking for cheaper. We don't have time right now? Well, we can stop the call if you don't have any time. Why don't we just stop the call and we can just, because we're gonna need your time. We're gonna need you to focus. So if that's not gonna happen, we could just stop the call. If you got time, then we can continue. It's up to you. You know, the guy says, I want you to email the proposal to me and I'll call you back later. That's how we do things. I said, okay, well, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but you know, if we had to, I'll show you how we do things later. And the guy's like, well, I don't care how you do it later, that's how we do it. We have a strict process of how we do things here. I say, well, okay, well, you're gonna have to have some flexibility, because if you don't have flexibility, we're gonna have to disqualify ourselves. Would you like us to disqualify ourselves if you have no flexibility in that process? Or would you like to continue? It's up to you. We don't have to continue, we don't push our services on other people. You know, you can't get that out 3 or 4 times, 5 times. Yeah, you must get that out. Get every single call. Not just by accident, on purpose, you have to make it happen, right? Just like the magic moments have to happen too. Tell me about who's the one why are we even doing this office space? My office manager's driving me crazy. What's her name? Kathy. What did she say? What is it like? Magic moment, right there. Make sense? Do that. Now at the end of all that, magic moment, stop and continue, another magic moment, 2 more stop and continues. And we chose to continue, and here we are. We got all the information we need. I learned about everybody in the company or the family. All the doors are shut. We got all the commitment we need. And I just say something like this: hey, John. So we've been here now for about an hour, right? Remember when I first got here, we didn't know each other?
Yeah.
Did you get a greater sense about who I am now and what I'm all about?
Yeah, you're less of a sales guy.
Yeah, I'm not really a sales guy, more of a service guy. You say, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, at this point in the process, we haven't even given you any prices at this point, but you can tell we do things, we're pretty firm on doing things the way we like to do them, you know?
Yeah.
Is that gonna be okay with you right now? Because if you don't like that, we could stop the call or we could continue. What do you think we should do at this point? I could work on the prices right now if you'd like me to. What do you think?
No, I mean, you've been here for an hour already, and I like you better
do?
than any other company I've even thought of, so let's continue.
Well, let's say I went ahead and stopped right now. I mean, I got a couple choices. I could go back and work on the prices, or I could stop and do them right now, sit here and do it. What would happen if I stayed here right now and just worked out all the prices for you? Let's say I showed you some premium, mid-range, and economy solutions that represent the whole Portland, Oregon marketplace, and you're able to choose from our competitors and our prices at the same time. What would happen then?
We'll go ahead and do it then.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say, would you at least do this for me? Would you at least pick out your favorite one and let me know what you like?
Of course.
And then if you like to customize it or modify it, we could do that.
Okay.
And if it was affordable, what would happen?
We go ahead and go with it.
And then if you didn't like anything, if the competitors were better after I show you the prices, we just both agree that I'll go ahead and recommend you use one of them guys. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
And then I'll withdraw myself from the process. We don't have any stress there at all, okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
And then if you're still in confusion, need more time, the other possibility would be to make another appointment to come back and do it at that time. Does that make sense, sir?
Yep.
So what are the 3 things that could happen if I do present it today?
We go ahead and take a look at all the options that you present, and then if I like any of them, we'll go ahead and go through with it.
And if you don't like them?
Either I'll go with a different company, or we can just reschedule. If I need more time to think about
If you
it.
need more time, we'll do what?
Reschedule.
Okay, good. All right, we're on the same page then. So now we're gonna, see, that's a clean situation right now, you know what I'm saying there? I know it's gonna happen, and so does he. We've just taught the customer how to make a choice. We gave him a lesson on how to make a choice 101. Because most people are terrible at making a choice. They're not good at it. They have no idea how to do it. They've never done it before. How could we expect people to do it? We haven't trained them. You know what I'm saying? Your service is about teaching people how to make a choice. That's how you do that, you know? If you think that people are used to buying a furnace AC or buying a sewer relining situation, they have no idea. They've never done it before. They have no, don't assume. And people are sitting around watching TV and watching CNN on a loop, getting freaking hypnotized on Anderson Cooper's hair. You know what I'm saying there? Oh my God, it's getting whiter? How could it possibly get any whiter? You know what I'm saying there? And those glasses make him look so smart too. I gotta tell you that. So, you know, he is intelligent. I mean, he is a Cooper. You know? So anybody with the first name of Anderson has got to be smart. So and glasses, all the signs are there. He's from the East Coast. They already think they're smarter than everybody else on the East Coast. So anyway, right? Wise guys. So, here we are. There's a thing here. Have things changed since we first met? Who wants to kind of ask me that question first? We go through that. We're sitting there. Okay, Joe, I think we've got enough information. Go ahead, Dustin. Just go ahead and ask me that. The first question up there. So, Joe, we've been here for a little while. Have things changed since we first met? Do you feel different about the way things are now compared to when we first met? Hit me with that question.
Yeah. So hey Joe, since I've been here, have things changed since we met? You feel like you have a little better idea of who I am and how I work?
Yeah, totally. Hey Joe, I feel like I know your family better too. Tell me that too.
Hey Joe, you know, for what it's worth, I feel like I know you guys better and your family as well.
Good. And retrace what you learned about the client. Like Joe, when you told me about Wyatt and Julie and Karen, it really touched my heart. And go ahead and just retrace the steps here a little bit now. Like you told me you rent to Jerry or whatever it is you're going to tell me. So just tell me track the steps of what you learned about me and things like that. But,
I just want to reflect back that you're taking time to work and stuff to help Wyatt and your daughter Karen and trying to get them the help and home back together again for your sewage renovation system.
Yeah. So retrace what we've learned. Kind of say, kind of reestablish that things have changed and here's how they've changed. Because I've learned all these things about you too, right? Number 3, so Joe, right now I have a couple things we could do. One of the things would be, go ahead Ralph, if you don't mind, Joe, I could just stay here right now after all that.
So Joe, I could stay here right now and I could work out some solutions for what I've found. What should we do?
Well, I mean, don't forget what would happen then. Let's be specific.
What would happen then?
Yeah. So Joe, if I went ahead and worked out the solutions right now and we gave you some premium mid-range economy options that represent the whole marketplace, what would happen then? So just kind of hit it with that kind of thing there.
Joe, if I were to some options, premium, mid-range economy, covering pretty much the whole marketplace, what would happen then?
I think we could probably move forward. I think. Yeah, I think we just get the job done, right? Get the thing
Joe, would you
moving
like
forward.
Julie to be here for that though?
Yeah, well, that's a good point. There's 3 outcomes possible, right? Present it now if the client says they're gonna purchase right now. Use the freedom technique if they're a waffler, or reschedule for a time when they're ready. Yeah, I probably should call Julie right now because that would be the one barrier that would be in the way, right? So now you probably have to go back to the second thing now, which is get the right person in place here. So Joe, a lot of times people are hesitant to meet with me because they think it might be a waste of time at this point. Do you think it'd be a waste of time for Julie to meet with me? How do you feel about that? No, I think she'd like to meet with you, Ralph. That's why I think it'd be important. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. So how can we arrange that? What do you think would be the best way to arrange that, right? And most people just go with the flow on that. If you did the stop or continue moments earlier in the call about the price and other things like that, Joe, if you're asking me to do it the cheapest way, we can stop the call. You do all that stuff like that. By the time you get here, they're like, no, I think Julie would like to meet you. I think it would be a good idea to have her meet you, type of thing. And like when we talked to that guy, when Justin and I were out there with the guy, I think his name was Jerry, the guy who owned that place. It was interesting because I don't think he said he went from email to us, And then I said, yeah, so here's how we do it instead. We need to meet, we just always make a presentation in person. Is that gonna be a problem? Because we don't wanna push it onto you, so, but that's how we do it. He's like, no, that's fine, if that's how you do it, let's go ahead and do it that way. Yeah, and the other thing we need to make sure is your wife Nancy gonna be there too, because we believe in